Welcome to Meadowbrook Memories Podcast. I am Jelly, otherwise known as Glacier Prince, and my co-host is Hitchcock, otherwise known as Alfred Henry. Our mission on this podcast series is to explore the stories behind the magic that was created at Meadowbrook. When over a span of 4 years, between 1982 and 1986, we saw the transformation of a small co-educational school with less than 1,200 students, 800 boys, 800 girls and 400 boys into a successful sports and scholastic champion, winning 7 major trophies, 3 Sunlight Cup, 2 Topping Cup, 1 Walker Cup and 1 Nutriment Shield. And to crown these achievements, Meadowbrook also produced 2 Rhodes Scholars, Cavell Creighton in 1987 and Andrea Wright in 1989, both graduates of Meadowbrook in 1983. In this podcast series, we'll be speaking to persons, both male and female, who are actively involved in this incredible journey, along with friends and staff at Meadowbrook, which inspired the environment which created this golden era. We hope you enjoy our discussion. Please give us as much support and encouragement as you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. Welcome and thanks for joining us. Today is Sunday, April 17, 2022. Welcome back to Meadowbrook Memories. This is conversation number 12, as I like to say. A conversation we're having. Me, as usual, Jelly, or some of you might know me as Glacier, or Lance, or Prince. Any one of those names will do. And my co-host is Alfred Hitchcock Henry. Our guest this week is one of only 2 men who played on all the winning cricket teams that Meadowbrook produced in that golden period in the 1980s. He was a member of the first team that won a major schoolboy championship for Meadowbrook, the 1982 Sunlight Cup team. He was a member of the 1984 Sunlight Cup championship team, and he was captain when we won the Sunlight Cup in 1986, and was captain of the team that won the Topping Cup 2 times during that golden era. So he was a member of 5 championship teams and was captain on 3 of those occasions. So without further ado, let me introduce the man who took the leadership baton from Alfred, Hitchcock and myself, Jelly, and took Meadowbrook to greater heights, Mr. Kevin Reese. Kevin, introduce yourself.
Well, there's not much of an introduction. I think most people would know me. Those who know me well, I don't know. But just for clarification, he didn't actually pass the baton to me. There was Marston in the middle that did a great job to here.
Oh, no, yeah. That is true.
84, so not forgetting about my brother there.
No, we can't. You might the only one need to come on a podcast and the button, the relay would have fully run. Good. No, man, I didn't forget him, man. I didn't forget him at all. I didn't forget him. You take up the button then. It's not like it come. We now miss him out. You're right. We wouldn't do that at all. So, for clarification, why are you starting Meadowbrook before I ask my first question?
Well, Jelly, before you even start, I just want to say thank you guys for this podcast, because every week is a flood of memories that go through. And I'm sure not just my mind, but all the listeners too. We learn a lot about the history that is now being documented on the podcast. So big up yourself, big up Freddie. This has placed a great sense of pride and accomplishment of what we achieved before my time, during my time, and certainly after my time at Meadowbrook. So I want to thank you guys for that.
Yeah, man. You're welcome, Kevin. I appreciate that. I appreciate the gratitude. Yeah.
Mr. Reese. I want to show Kevin the nickname to you. Can we use that a lot here? Yeah, Kevin?
I have quite a number of nicknames, A lot of people call me Reese, In Christian, they call me WG. I think the Union gave me probably 2 names, Don Kevin, the Sicilian. So
yeah, I remember that.
Favorite. That's my favorite.
Quite a number of.
Which one is your favorite, Freddie?
Sicilian.
Chela will love that one name. If I ask about Dan Kev.
Dan Kev, yes. So Freddie, tell me how I got that name then now.
That's the thing. I don't even know how I get the name, but it just ring out, just ring to me. I just remember it.
Oh, man. There was a time where I used to feel in the slips. And I think the union said all I needed was dark glasses in the slips.
Yeah, that's what I relate. It's like if not see the ball Freddy, the catch come to him and in the dark as him not.
I caught nothing, Freddy.
Because when you say a thing, Jelly, when I sleep, him stay low. When you come up, you see them have it.
Yeah.
The throw man up in the air and it's gone.
Yeah.
But Kevin, you make up feet at the button here.
Yeah, man. So
I thank you for those kind words, sir.
yeah, so Kevin, what year you start Meadowbrook? Before I ask the first question, because I need to ask that question. What year you start Meadowbrook?
I think it's 78 or 79,
Why not
The year, I think it's 78. The year will be KC.
Yeah, man, 78. We talked about that last week. I talked about it. Freddy talked about 1978. All right. So the first question I ask everybody who come on this podcast: did you choose Meadowbrook or Meadowbrook choose you?
Meadowbrook picked me, Meadowbrook chose me.
Mm-hmm. Why you say that?
I went to a small prep school, Holy Childhood Prep. And when the time came to pick high schools, I was young. I was 10 years old when I started Meadowbrook. I didn't know anything about any school or anything. I lived in a house that was very purple strong. So, my father picked the schools. It was KC and George's. At the time, I had a brother going KC. And if you know my family, my father, my uncle, my cousins, friends, strong KC influence in the house. So, in fact, before the results came out, my father registered me at KC, saying I was going KC. So when the results came out, my name was not under KC or George's. My mother found my name under Meadowbrook. And, to be perfectly honest, I never know where Meadowbrook was.
And the first year that name there?
I had to ask her where. Well, I had an uncle living in Havendale and thing, but I never know where Meadowbrook High School was.
Yeah.
I live in a house where I know KC and George's.
Yeah.
I don't know Meadowbrook. So, Meadowbrook picked me. Meadowbrook was in here.
So what was your father's reaction when he realized, you know, go KC and this non-entity school called Meadowbrook grab on upon him son? What was the father's reaction?
Well, as I tell you, before the results come out, he registered me at KC. So when the time came for Meadowbrook, I passed from Meadowbrook. It was my mother who intervened and said, no, he passed from Meadowbrook. Let him get his own identity. Let him go to Meadowbrook. Don't let him go KC. Everybody go KC. KC was just all around my mother too. So it was and Meadowbrook was close to home. Actually walk to school and walk come home.
Yeah, I could have walked from Permacal to Kevin, so I know yeah, dog. Yeah.
So it was convenient from that standpoint. Meadowbrook was a smaller school. When you look on KC with don't know how much 1,000 people there. Meadowbrook was a smaller school, could have fit me better.
So alright, so your mother intervened and insisted you must have forgotten Meadowbrook. And your first day on Meadowbrook campus, what was it like? When the first time you walked on Meadowbrook campus, what was the feeling for you?
Well, Jelly, as I say, I come from a small school, so when you come to Meadowbrook look big and large and whole heap of people, and when you leave a school you are the big person in school, because when you leave, you finish. Well, name now not GSAT. Common entrance. You're the big person in school. So when you come here now and see some guys, big guys, twice your size and thing, it kind of intimidating, But it's a big school, so it's a bigger campus. So, not many people from my school at the time. I think it's only one guy came from Holy Child to Meadowbrook. So when I come there, I never really know nobody, I was truly on my own.
So you never have no regrets, did when you never go to KC with your brother when you come to Meadowbrook the first day?
No, never have no regrets or anything. Eventually, people, because I used to play prep school football and thing, and so you see familiar faces and stuff. But no, never really. Listen, I remember. When was it? The gas riots. Everywhere locked down. I walk home,
You
but I
could,
used to walk home every day, so it's nothing for me.
yeah,
Can
yeah.
you imagine my brother walking from KC home to
No,
Birmingham?
not possible. That wouldn't be possible. That would not be possible at all. The security of Meadowbrook by itself, you're right, Kevin. Because they might have to walk through walk your walk. That was never a problem for we to walk home at all from Meadowbrook. You're right about that.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of them walk home to. It's not team one, but the point is the distance I'm talking about.
So you come from Meadowbrook campus now, and you say you used to play prep school football. So there was not named cricket before you come back, come to Meadowbrook. You never know a cricket bat or where you know about cricket before you come to Meadowbrook.
Yeah, man. We had prep school cricket, but I only remember one match. Cricket was not a very popular sport in prep school.
That is true.
Football is, in fact, football was my first love. I was exposed to sports at an early age by my father, who is an avid sportsman. He played Manning Cup and Sunlight for KC and played it for Melbourne and was a football referee. So as a young child, I used to follow him around to watch cricket and football. Remember going matches almost every weekend at Melbourne, where he used to take me and show me how to play cricket and play strokes and thing.
Okay, so you come from a sporting family, you're familiar with the sport then and thing. But yeah.
I used to go around and watch test matches. I'd follow him when him go ref matches. I remember going Dintil one day at Jelly. And I sit down beside the goalie the whole day. Dintil beat us side 17 love.
And this is before you start going Meadowbrook?
Yeah, man, this is before I started.
Yeah. So you exposed to big quality football, long football, I whole heap then, Kevin. Them the exposure me never have at all. But yeah.
I used to love the football especially. I remember going stadium and watching major league matches. My teams at the time were Red Brigade and Cavaliers with Leighton Duncan. But Boys was my favorite, man. Red Brigade, man.
A Freddie team, that man. Freddie used to play for Cavaliers and Leighton Duncan. So yeah.
Go for Boys Town.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard your podcast, but I don't remember much of the guys. I remember probably Tommy McLean for Boys Town, but guys used to play football, man.
Alright, so the first day you come on Meadowbrook now, first day at school now, what was it like you come on the Meadowbrook? What was the impression the first day you walk on the campus?
I don't remember much, I just remember the place big, man, and it almost intimidating because when I started school, I was 10, I was probably one of the youngest ones there, so when you come there and you don't know anybody and you look fancy in class, this, and you go find a seat and, you just blend in,
So who are some of the man them and we remember are woman, girls as a matter of fact, we remember in the class with you in our first one when you just come Meadowbrook. Some of the people them name. If you can remember some of them.
Boy, that's a good question, We had a whole heap of man in the class. We go play football, I remember. I don't quite remember, I remember a guy, Tyrone. Forget Tyrone name, Curlin. Forget some other guys, man. There was a lot of people in the class. I remember Jelly, but
So no, why me asking some of the money where you never play cricket did later on. You never meet them early in your class at all then. In your school life. When did you come across? Well, let me ask a question this way then. Right? Because you never play so much cricket for Meadowbrook. When did you come across and know sir you gotta start play cricket for Meadowbrook big time?
In fact, cricket came after, I started as a footballer.
Okay.
So wait, Kevin, you played under 13 football at the time? Or you never played?
Yeah, man. From first year, I played Pepsi.
You played Luke with her?
No, I'm a year ahead of Luke, but I played with them. Did I play with Luke? I don't quite remember playing with Luke, But I remember playing Pepsi. And I think the Dread had an under 14 too, Did you have an under 14, Freddie?
Under 14 cricket?
No,
football. Yeah, man, it probably did.
No, it didn't have an under 14 football. Just the under 13 football. But what happened is the years after that, the following year, it kept the same under 13 team together, hoping that they would come and play Colts or something.
I remember playing Pepsi one year, and then the next year, Next year, I started the first year for most of the match, and the second year I never started. I don't know what it was under 14, you know. And then the following year after that, after we trained the whole summer, the Dread cancelled the tournament.
Yeah.
I probably need
And
to
what
talk
happened,
to
Kevin? You see,
you.
because you
Yeah.
came in at 10 years old,
Mm-hmm.
you have additional years could play. So maybe that's what you mix up with.
No, I'm not. I said that's enough for him. I said the competition did cancel. Because Luke talked about
No,
that.
no,
thing.
no. I'm talking about when say you think there was an under 14.
Oh, I see what I mean. Yeah, yeah.
That he could play when some of the other boys couldn't play.
Yes, and that is true. The dread look on the major and I say, right, the Mula get money like all and more opportunity. Because that's what we are think, yeah.
The Dread used to have me come and play all manner position, man.
Yeah.
Defense, forward, wing, all sort of place, man. It's like anytime you want somebody come off the bench, him call me.
So hold on then. You mentioned the man name was such an integral part in all our life, yes, sir. The first time you meet him, what was the impression you get of this man? Mr. Year. Or the dread as we affectionately call him.
Well, him name precede him though, you know. Because when you think of Mr. Year, you know, you think of him locks virtually. but the Dread was a man, Dread was a disciplinarian. Dread was a man of integrity. And he realized he knew him stuff, you know. Commanded respect. I must say that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you just do what the Dread said, and you know you'll be successful, really.
So you never worry or
But
feel
first
free.
time I met the Dread was...
Yeah, go ahead, Kevin, sorry.
First time I met the Dread was probably in PE.
Mm-hmm. That's in a first farm.
Yeah, man, I don't think it was... I think it was probably Mr. Owen, you know. He had another Englishman as a PE teacher at the time, Mr. Owen.
Yeah, you're right about that, yeah.
Owen, I think Mr. Owen recommended me to the Dread to go play football. And cricket, I think. Because it was really in... I don't know if they still have it now, you know. Like 7A play 7B.
Interfarm competition, yeah, man.
Interfarm and interhouse. I think that's where you really develop a lot of the talent.
Yeah, that's a big school that they have what, man. Interfarm competition is a big integral part of the Dread program. Because Freddie took that and took it to GSA.
Because that's how you identified me.
Yeah, from the Interfarm competition.
Because when they started and they put things on notice board, I never read a notice board for come train for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
When I play little interfarm and thing, they say, no man, you need to come and train with the team. So that's how I started out.
So when you come to Meadowbrook, then you have the intention to say I'm going to make no team or play for no team or nothing at all. You just come for go school.
I just come for go school. It wasn't my idea for go play nothing but, you know, you love the sport and you play it and they tell you, they encourage me to come and play a little more, so you know you continue.
That's interesting, Kevin. So at what point now, up to what point you play competitive football? And when did that switch to cricket start?
Football was always in my blood. I remember, if I might back up now, the first probably month, I don't remember when we played that match. I remember KC Meadowbrook. And I just start Meadowbrook. I don't know anybody. But I want a football match. And I live in Pembroke. I don't know how to go stadium go watch match. So my father arranged it that I will go with my brother and his friends. So I'm Meadowbrook. And I go in with like, I don't know, half dozen. I go in with a whole heap of KC people. My father tell my brother, I said, listen, take it easy on him here. Don't mouth him too much. When we go match Jelly. You know, I remember that match. I remember the match Jelly. I remember going to several matches at stadium. And stadium pack, grandstand pack.
Yeah, Freddie.
I remember the drums and the bugle. What the guy from Cadet, Foster?
Yeah, never Foster. Yeah.
Yeah, man, Foster there from Cadet with him bugle and drum, and a nice spirit, a nice feeling. And me can tell you something, man. When Meadowbrook score and beat KC, you know, you ever see the MasterCard commercial with the one guy sitting in the stand cheering and everybody looking at him?
You would.
That was
I know what you're
That was
talking about.
mm,
You're sitting at the middle of the KC fan and you jump up and Meadowbrook score and win.
yes, man. That was me. And I remember that to this day, these are the memories that,
Yeah, that
stay
now.
with you for a lifetime.
Yeah, that now. So what your brother say when the match done and the animal go home? What did he say?
Nobody, I don't remember him saying nothing. You know what him going to say?
Or more importantly, what did your father say? When he look back on this, what did he say at the time? And when must say no?
Well, I don't know. We're just lucky or something.
Yeah. So them that
Meadow-
say.
I'm always lucky, yeah.
Nobody expected Meadowbrook, who, remember now, a month before that, I never even know Meadowbrook High School exists.
Mm-hmm.
So when you translate that, nobody expected us to beat KC. Nobody has, Cinderella school.
So in a sense, how did that make you feel after that match of Kevin to say you go a Cinderella school and then take on Goliath and beat them? How did that make you feel as a first farmer at Meadowbrook?
Sense of accomplishment, man. Pride. That you can beat Goliath. You can on the mountain. And I guess it laid the foundation for what would come later on also.
Definitely. I see that match the same way, Kevin. I was at that match too, and before that, I say I would have beaten, but that particular match, and this is the third week straight what I with that particular match, it changed the psyche of the school in a certain way, where I just say it laid the foundation for the success we had in the 80s, Kevin, because we feel we could have beat and take on the Goliath and just say, yeah, we not just come for show up at all. The mentality change, so yeah.
Right, it's a mindset, it's a cultural change, I think we need to get back to the days of, the spirit of you go back to the match and you have the guns and, nowadays it's probably vuvuzela I have.
Yeah. Yeah, the South African have been introduced. That's terrible.
Yeah, man, and one of the thing is, I have to give credit to Mr. Tarp, because see, that Meadowbrook was the one of the school who used to bring people in like that, recruit people.
Yeah.
It was a really brave move on his part to bring in us, to come in and change the whole thing.
Definitely, Freddie. The 2 years when they bring in you, and then the year after when they bring in Tony Ronaldo, you and Bobby Rai and Bonnie, ever you come in the same time, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But since now the principals who we have in, they're not brave enough to do that. They don't even want to take in one person. I'm not saying you should take people in wholesale, You see where you need it, and it's the first time I can remember seeing Meadowbrook flags, bugles, and all them things inside of the stadium. People start knowing about Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
So what's the top? I would say make a bold move, and it paid off.
Freddie, why you say that the principals nowadays are not so like to, go down that road?
Because I've been there as a teacher and as a coach, and I continuously be a past student to the whole time. You go to these principals now and you say, well then, this guy is from so-and-so and he need help coming to school to further his education, whatever. And once you mention same place sport, the principal now refer him to the what you call it now, the head of department or the year supervisor, sorry. But I tell them say them not taking a recruit. I sat down in a meeting and the we call it now, here group person was there and I was there. And after she made the comments and all that, I looked at her and said, ask her if she really knew that I was one of those persons who were transferred to the school. I came in because of football, but yet I'm still here making my contribution. She couldn't respond because they know stereotypically said people who are coming into the school for sports are no good.
And
So I was there.
And the fact with that, Kevin, is the sad fact with that is like, and this man I talk to somebody about it, it's like, realize them big school, the Goliath, them KC, Calabar, JC, them are recruitment from as far as Africa. Come run at them for champs.
Yes, I read about KC and the long distance guy. Yeah?
Right. I mean, I say, and the point is, is like, it is unfortunate that when I say, I don't even know if I see it because it's like it's a culture. I just right, Freddie. Mr. Tarp was brave for take on an initiative like that because it wasn't being done at Meadowbrook before. Because Mr. Ben Nevis, Jerry, come on and say it. And it's when him say it I realize what you saw me now. Meadowbrook couldn't compete without everybody else. And you, Freddie, you confirm it the other day when you talk about David Marshall like I play for KC and him used to go Grantham. I said, right. So KC are growing a recruitment from private school, secondary school. And you think you are play just the man who pass common entrance to go KC or JC or Jardis. And then that happen. We can't compete with that, Kevin, without it's not a level playing field. And it's not about money. Go ahead, Kevin, sorry.
You know what is happening now with track and field?
Yeah.
You have schools going out to prep school champs and recruiting people there.
Yeah, man, people get paid now, you know, because I can tell you, at JC, there are people who are paid to recruit from prep school, primary school, and every school. I can remember when I was at JC, a past student called me 1 o'clock at night, telling me about a boy who want to leave Clarendon College and come JC. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
That's how far they go. Because you see, on another note, Kevin, if you remember, I know probably you were ready, yeah, you were coming in at that time, but Jerry can't mention it. When the 80 team that I captain, this year went out and looked for players specifically who could fit into certain positions that were weak.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't go out and get wholesale people. What he did was to go out and get Ronnie, because we need some batting in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's there for people who we need to make the team complete.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, and as I say, Mr. McLean and whoever were there at the time, they accommodated.
Yeah.
And it helped the school. We wouldn't be talking about this now if that didn't happen.
No, because what that did, you know, and Kevin was some of them money, and enough of them money are Melbourne, man. Ronnie, Peggett. Right. What that did, you know, and the same thing with the footballer, them, you know. These men, and I man them now, but these young gentlemen who come in at the school at the time, Kelvin, and blend with the existing players like you and I who come Meadowbrook from first time. That's why we could have win and beat KC. It instill a killer instinct. That's what the dreaded call it, in a way.
Killer instinct, yes.
Yes, the dread talk about that over and over, man. We wouldn't have gotten that, Freddie, without the influx of players that were coming and change the culture of the school. Upside down. That's why we're able to win some trophy, Kevin. That is why. It's me I say, and it wasn't a wholesale thing to say all of the people that make up like some school team appear outside or play on the team. And we know the team them. Some of the team them dominate with it. There's nobody will come from first farm. That never happened in Meadowbrook. And I'm not advocate for that happen. But I say there's a nice blend. Because you, Freddie, you know, is a standout for that, you know. In terms of saying, you're coming out of school and you still after 4 years, you still want to give up for Meadowbrook. You know? And you never come from first farm. And you identify with Meadowbrook more than any other school.
See?
You follow me? I said to you, so. But anyway, we don't want to go off on a tangent, you know, Kevin, because this podcast is about you and you interview Freddie, so.
but Jelly, I agree with that, you know, because in retrospect, when you think about it, you know, look on the football team that I started to play and I stopped, but the other guys continued. That was the core of the guys that Mr. Here built up and we're all bonded. That went on to, you know, Luke and everybody to do the Walker Cup and the same thing.
Exactly.
Look at it, all of us were quote unquote homegrown. I think it was only Banks who came in second form.
Yeah, right.
Everybody, and think about that. The talent him harness just from what he had at the school. Never really get anybody. And look at the success we did throughout the years. That's remarkable.
Yeah, but you see that success come from the foundations. It's almost like he introduced a vitamin in the system by bringing in a couple of outsiders for a few years. When you talk about the man who come in as cricketer, when you think about a man like Devon Hines, Freddie, or Ronnie and Peggett, and the man who come with a certain killer instinct, would never exist in the school. We are playing now, but we not think so we can beat up them school or take on them school. And that changed. But you're right, Kevin. That's the beauty. The point is, is a delicacy balance, but I think what Freddie has said, and I'm right, it's almost like we not use it to how the dreaded use it. We're not using it, utilizing it to how the dread use it in the late 70s and early 80s. And it wasn't the dread alone, because that system, as I said, right, Mr. Freddie and Mr. Tarp and Mr. McClennan, make sure that could have it work.
Because as a school, as a school, you have to create a balance throughout the school.
Yeah.
Because what happens is you have people from different environment coming in, different social background and so on. So you want to accommodate everybody.
Yeah, man.
Because what you want in your student and your school is what you call optimally rounded individual. And compete everywhere.
Yeah, man.
But not doing that right now. And I say Kevin came in by chance.
Yeah.
What he's saying. And look how well Kevin contributed, yes.
Yeah,
but Kevin might be also influenced because when it comes to a good look football thing, going in the first game will be KC.
Yeah, exactly. And that inspired him certainly. Exactly. Exactly.
And a kid coming now and see Meadowbrook losing. Maybe Kevin don't want to leave and go KC.
Yeah. So talking about that, Kevin, then, let me ask you, come back to you, because I don't want to talk and we're not dig into you, because you come to Meadowbrook now and you play like a football, farm football and all them things there. And you meet Mr. Year, as I say, as a disciplinarian and all them things there. And I never said Mr. Year as a disciplinarian, because maybe me think a certain, I just see it as a job, something we need to be done. I never see the dread act out as the man that whip nothing. I just say if the job needs to be done, but you come in now, at what point was your cricket talent spotted? And the reason I ask about the cricketing, because you were so successful at the cricket, Kevin, right, that I have to dig into that and I say, at what point did you switch from football to cricket?
Cricket came a little later, though. Cricket came a little later. The first semester is football, and then after that you play a little cricket.
Yeah.
So cricket came a little later, and as I said, it was more in inter-house, that sort of thing. And I was invited to come and train and played under 13 first year, I think. I think I played under 13 for more than 1 year.
Yeah, because I come in so young, right.
Or maybe I played in second form. I don't remember if I played cricket in first form,
Yeah.
But after I played under 13, and while I played under 13, they asked me to train and play calls.
Yeah. And that when you said they, who asked you, what did they?
Well, I don't remember how I graduated up, but...
You just want to say you involved in the Colts team. Okay, alright, go ahead. It's alright, yeah.
I just remember Mr. Becky in charge of Colts at one point in time. And I remember my first Colts match. Me and Ducks. Ducks at Excelsior.
That was my first match to Kevin. Don't worry, you're in a good company.
Cheddar was captain at the match, and I guess him didn't know where to put me because I knew one, he put me in slip.
Yeah.
And Eddie was bowling Clive.
That's a Clive, Eddie Pyle himself, yeah.
Eddie Pyle, and Eddie Pyle knock off the man edge and I just comfortably catch it. And from that day forward, I was known as a slip catcher. And then the Sicilian was born after that, Freddie.
After that, yeah. The mafia, yeah. Yeah, so the first match you met Ducks, it's a away match.
Yeah, it was an away match. Make Ducks, man. I'll never forget that.
No.
I held on to a catch, and I think we won the match, but after that, I was known as the slip catcher after that.
So, alright, let me ask a question then. When you come in out of school now, what the first sunlight training, when you see the bigger man in my play, and you say, right, it. Because I come in 78, 79, Freddie would have played sunlight. I didn't make the sunlight team regularly. I train, but I not play. Whereas any cricketers when you look on and I say, them inspire you. Older man from Meadowbrook, I talk now. In the older people, I remember. At that early stage, I not talk about later on.
When I first came on and was playing cricket, I don't think we were exposed to, because we didn't train near where the sunlight people was training. So I don't remember having any interaction or anything with anybody or I remember the semi-final. Was it 1980? In
Yeah, man.
KC.
He's got the captain of the team. Yes, 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 yeah.
Follow that, cause you hear it around school and all of that. You follow that, and then after that, you start to follow more and more. As you know, as you play more cricket, you become more interested. What's going on, with the other team, so to speak. So
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So it's after 1980 then now you kind of get more familiar with the players them, the older players them, Rowney and all them, yeah, there. And I come watch
yeah,
the match, yeah, yeah.
after a while, you know who like Kraken and Jago and Freddie had left by then.
Yeah, Freddie
I
Lever.
remember.
Yeah.
I remember Freddie as a teacher, and I don't remember Freddie as a student.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's what I had because Freddie leave the same year. You came.
The same.
That was the last year. Because the year when, yeah, this, in the second year, right? If you come 78, because Freddie leave at the end of 80, the September or the June of 80. So, yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So, I could go up a little then, Kevin, because you remember, I have to remember about everything at the younger days. You remember when you made the Sunlight squad in 1982, when you became part of that squad, were you surprised?
Yeah, man. Of course. Never think I'd get a game. I'm still like playing Coulson under 14 and all of that. So when you hear you make the big side, you're like, this is good, man. Good experience, can learn. So yeah, and when you think about it, I was looking at the picture today. Quite a lot of the younger guys, Master, myself,
Devon, McDonald, TC.
Yeah, you had a lot of guys there that would have formed the core for later years.
Yeah, man, that was the vision of the Dread, man. That squad they made up a whole heap of youngsters, Master. Kevin, sorry. And it's not like something that's furniture. On a participate in a big way. You follow me?
I remember playing one or two Sunlight. I remember playing more Tapping Cup. That's all.
In the first year, right? And when we reached, we go as far as Tapping Cup semi-final. We made a run until Calabar they beat by 1 run or something like that. Yeah.
Because you talk about looking up to people and things. I remember I used to look up to you and Piggy. I used to love Piggy. Boy, I think Piggy was one of the best sportsmen come out of Meadowbrook. But I remember a match, Tapping Cup match at Clancarty. Piggy take off the pads and come bowl. Think who won too?
Yeah, man. Yes. If a Clancarty if that's what a KT you have play, would have probably win. No, Piggy was one of them man they were bringing a competitive edge on the team. And Piggy never come to play cricket, Piggy was the goalkeeper.
Yes, I know.
But boy, Piggy was. I remember.
Oh, we're cricketing tradition doing it. You know that?
Come again?
You know, Piggy have a cricketing tradition still.
Now I figure that do Freddie because he was a really good cricketer. Yeah, top class cricketer, man. Yeah.
My brother played for Jamaica.
Oh, I never know that. Which brother that?
My brother was a fast bowler, played for Kensington, man. Junior Williams.
A Piggy brother that?
Yeah, man.
I never know that, Freddie. I did not know that at all. You know that, Kevin?
No, sir. Never know nothing about Piggy.
That's Piggy brother. Piggy was at Calabar,
Yeah, that many know.
And him from Calabar. And at the same time, when he played cricket for Calabar, people usually talk about his brother was Junior Williams, who played ball fast from Kensington.
Kensington, I remember I played Kensington. And I play. I don't know if I never met Jamaica team, but I know Junior Williams. I know your talk. I never know a Piggy brother. But you're right, Kevin. Piggy was I'm a vice captain, but he's a competitor bar none, man. Piggy instant, yeah.
Piggy had heart.
Yeah, man. Piggy wear my heart on him sleep, man. When we end up on the field at Piggy said, another boy I can't beat, skipper. Same time. No, for the time, I looked at me and said, Jelly, we need to make a change on the car. Yeah. But I do a podcast about him doing, because I invite him friend for come on. Dougie Laugh, man. A Piggy good friend. And Candy. Byron, little big man. Group of shout so I have a podcast I come up and I have dedicated in a sense to talk about Piggy a whole heap on that. Because they know Piggy more than a lot of people. But you're right. My memory of Piggy strong, man. When we win 82, Piggy shout out and say, yeah, we are the history makers. Which it was, in fact, we were the history makers. Yeah. I'll never forget that, man. And if I'm not there now, for come talk and tell him story, every opportunity we get, man. Have a big up.
Um,
Have a big him up.
that's good. That's good. But I remember the 82 side when I made the side, and just being around the team, you learn a lot. You learn to see Piggy when I remember a match with Courtney Walsh. I think he spoke about it, Walsh was vexed and I never lent him gloves or something.
Yeah, man, I remember a Tapping Cup match, quarterfinal. I remember that, yeah.
That man come and bowl fast. Bowl a bumper. Fly over the keeper head.
One bounce in the boundary. I remember that.
Line up. And I think Curtis was the other one too.
Yeah, man, no matter what a match all the while, man. Walsh
block the attack.
Yeah,
And
man.
make us win.
That was the strength of that team there, A 82 team then. There's always a man for the occasion, Kevin. And the particular match, Sims and Cheddar and myself were intimidated by Walsh. But Piggy and Curtis come and stand up. And it's like them and say, no, come do this today. You're right. You're right, Kevin. You're right about that match. I remember that match, man. I remember that match big time. But it was not Sunlight, it was a Tapping Cup quarterfinal. And we play Excelsior. Well, Walsh on a home ground on a Melbourne. I remember that, man.
I remember it. I remember a few matches like that.
So which
are the final, boy?
Alright. I'm just going to ask you, which match you remember the most about the 1982 season?
The final.
And what you remember most about the final? Alright, before you go there, so, did you ever think, say, we'd ever win the competition?
That never crossed my mind.
You just think so?
Listen, each match we play, you just play to the best, and I found ourselves winning, and that's good.
Mm-hmm.
But at no point in time at the beginning of the season when you're training and things, you say, yeah man, we're going to win Sunlight Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Remember now, 1982, at 12,
Mm-hmm.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Winning Sunlight Cup is the furthest thing from my mind. I still playing calls.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Maybe the conversation is inside the house.
I was just going to ask him that in a Friday. When your father used to play, well, we beat up KC that year there in the season, but when your father used to Meadowbrook play Sunlight Cup final, did he ever say anything to you about that first final?
Well, in fairness, my father's always encouraged us.
Yeah.
Always encouraged us. He never had a negative to say, boy, Casey going beat or not. I think they probably learned him lesson earlier with the Manning Cup match.
Yeah.
But he was always encouraging, both parents and stuff. So
yeah.
But I must admit,
yeah,
winning was the biggest thing for us, and that changed quite a number of lives going forward.
Oh, definitely, Kevin. That inspired us. Because I say after that, no, it's like I said, but we can do this. It's that mindset shift again in a big, big way than the Manning Cup match, because they come and say, but we can win. We can actually win. So
the perfect example is, I don't remember the guy name, it is Banana or whatever. Around the first mile under 4 minutes.
Roger Bannister, yeah.
Right. Never been done before. And after he did it, within 6 months, 10 people do it after that.
Yeah,
it's just a mindset. It can be done. It can be done.
That did happen, Kevin. So at what point during a match then you think so we're going to win? Alright, no, I think so we're going to win until we actually win.
No, man. Listen, after we made, I forget how much we made.
216, man. We can't forget that. Remember, after we make over 200, we know so we couldn't lose. That was my mentality.
When you make 200 in schoolboy cricket, worse a schoolboy final, you're not really supposed to lose,
No. We never play for lose. The key was to make over 200 in our mind, Kevin. If we bat first, I make over 200. We couldn't lose at all. That was my mentality. And that was the whole thing. So from the first day, I play. Because I know we have a competitive team, we could have bowled out most side. So yeah.
Throughout my time at Meadowbrook, all the cricket teams, I think one of our biggest strengths in all of the teams has been our bowling.
Yeah.
So when we make 200, I'm like, why? Only Rain's supposed to save somebody today.
It's hard to see. We're not going to lose that. You're right, Kevin. If we make over 200,
you're not supposed to lose.
No side now can beat you at that. No side now going to cap that.
Not in a final when you have scoreboard pressure like that. But yeah, I remember Boosie running up and getting an edge here and there. I I remember Boy Jelly, I remember you bowling and Boy Jelly, to tell you the truth, it's some of the slowest half breaks I ever seen.
So I don't know how to run, right?
Well, I have to tell you, and that's probably the reason why I got so much wickets. People got very impatient.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Never play long before the ball come. You're right.
Man, long before it, man. You really have to have patience and drove.
Yes. I remember that, Kevin. I remember I get 2 wicket evening after I make the 200. I may say, oh, that happened. You're right, Kevin. Because yeah. So,
But yeah, it was enjoyable, and I remember some of these things.
yeah, man. So after we won now, and the next year, after we won now, and your mindset, you shift now, you still can't go back and play Colts the next year, or you still eligible for Colts, 83.
Man, I played Coles, played more of a. I played more Sunlight. No, I think I played all the matches, but it was a shortened season. I think we probably only played 4 matches or so.
Yeah, they've been messing it up that year there, because I think what had happened is, them change the format, they put the team in a 3 separate zone.
Yeah, you had something like that.
Yeah. So I give them a chance to play a whole match at all. So yeah.
And I think Curtis got captain that side.
Yeah. And Cheddar wasn't there. Cheddar the guy then.
Yeah, because Goosey, I remember it was Goosey, and I made a couple matches too. But Goosey doing well.
But we not play enough matches. We not get a chance. If it's a 4-match season, you get up to a slow start. It's like you're out of the competition. So yeah, I can't see that.
We didn't progress in 83 at all.
But me ask you something though, and it just come to me just a talk to you, and I say, with the talent that came on afterwards, and you play Colts with all of them man that we know, I can name them off, Minot, Facey, the Gobbler them. Every one of them play there. Too numerous to mention all of them names. How come on never progress to win Colts? Or only just a focus on big man cricket decides say, and that a Sunlight we want to win when the business with Colts. Why we never won Colts in other period at all, Kevin? Explain that to me.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that, I don't have an answer because we had some good guys.
That may
I remember a match. Ichiberk and myself. BKC. I took 7 that day, but Ichi very intimidating,
That time I'm sad, ball pace.
Yeah, man. She was bowling real pace, moving.
Yeah, man. Initially was a leg break bowler, right?
He did everything.
Yeah.
But why we didn't win Coles? That's a good question,
Because the talent was certain there. Freddie, you have an answer for that. Why?
Not really, The only thing I would probably think of in that is because we were getting, obviously, the wholesale amount of outsiders. Is that they play a part in the development of the players. So that they weren't developed fully. But after Coles, because, for example, Curtis, as I mentioned before, what they try to do when they play Coles, is that they train with the Sunlight team.
Yeah.
So they would gain the experience that they need now to go to the next level.
Yeah.
So maturity level was kind of late with us.
But I think one of the issues to Jelly and Freddie is that when we played Coles, it's a short match. The matches would start like 1 o'clock or thereabout.
Yeah. Draw.
You had a lot of draws, right? And the dread philosophy, throughout the whole of my cricket life at Meadowbrook. You win the toss, you bowl. You want to win, you bowl. So I think a lot of times we actually batted first for whatever reason. So we didn't win a lot of matches, we drew a lot of matches.
Yeah. It just come to me a while ago and I said, boy, a multi-talented set of youngsters like where, in my mind, dominated the cricket from 84 up to 86. And we never win Colt. And you were eligible for Colt up to a certain time. You and man like Dirk, forget him name, but I don't want to forget all of him name, Dirk Dwyer. You follow me? I said it's like, I said, how come we never win Colts? How come? But it's a mystery in a sense, but it's like, I just say no. You explain how you to me when you say this the type of matches and maybe the dread they are equipped with and not prepared enough to win the bigger and the more important trophy. When I say
Because the sunlight levels, it might seem as if it's easy. But to get from the coast to sunlight is a big step.
yeah.
I
And
agree.
like Kevin who play sunlight real early showed that he had good talent.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So the following year now, Kevin, we can move on. 84, that 84 team then now. When that tell me about that year there when Marston captained the team and we go to the finals and come never expect us to win. Cause we make 100 and we ball out Calabar like 90 for 6 or 5 the night before. We said the match done.
There's a story behind that though, Jelly, which I will give you.
Alright, tell me how that go.
We used to play a lot of practice matches against the old boys, the Union.
Yeah, man, yeah. At that time, we have the Evelyn Cup too.
Right. So the week before the semi-final, we're playing KC at Police. The week before that, we played the practice match, and I was bowling. And Pepe, remember Pepe from Calabar?
Yeah, man, can they play for our Evelyn Cup team too? Yes,
Right.
yes. Loxley Plummer. Let me give him right name. Yeah, man. Yes.
Pepe hit back a ball at me, and I try to catch it, drop it, fracture my thumb. It's the week before the semi-final.
Yeah.
Got doctor, the doctor said fracture. Ban up my hand, so I can't play in a match.
Mm-hmm.
And tell you the truth, man, water come on my eye, Jelly and Freddy.
Yeah.
Because you train all year for this and, it feel like you let down everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, couldn't play.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Mr. Becky encouraged me that, say, well, still can play, still can hold the bat.
Mm.
But, nobody pressured me. Decision was mine. Even my father encouraged me. And I said I wanted to play.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you want to play. You reach so far.
And this are the semi-final or the final? You have to play now.
Semi-finals.
Okay, go ahead, yeah.
No, because your hand fracture, your finger fracture, you're not going better in 1 week or 2 weeks either.
No.
So, the decision was made, I would play. But I couldn't feel in slips. Because it's one hand now.
Mm-hmm.
You can't catch because my finger fracture. You don't want it break now or create any more issues.
Mm-hmm.
So, we batted first. And I think I made, we didn't make much. I think we made like 120 or 130.
Who were playing the semi-final for the regard?
KC at Police at Elliston.
Oh, KC. Okay. Yeah.
The week it wasn't. They had played Senior Cup the weekend before.
Mm-hmm.
So the match was like the Tuesday, Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So Police wicket is a front wicket.
Mm-hmm.
You could go and turn and thing. Keep low. Anyway, we bat first and we didn't make much. I made like 20 or 30 with my handicap.
With your one hand.
Right. And that was a match where McDonald took 7 and we bowled out KC. Listen, I'll never forget it now. Feeling at third man or fine leg, I remember, because I can't feel in the slips now. And KC running away with it, man. Like 50 out for 1 or 60 out for 1. Them stand Turner beat the ball and Eddie come back and Eddie knock off somebody's stumps and that was it. Marston give the guys McDonald and I think Dirk the ball. And we put pressure around everybody. And we get 2 more wickets and Dicko came now. Now at the time, Darren Dixon was big name in schoolboy cricket.
Yeah, man. I must have made Jamaica team by them time. Yeah.
By that time, I think him and Jimmy was playing for Jamaica and probably West Indies youth team or whatever, but big name in the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Come man and first 2 ball, they could play a shot, boom, 2 here, 4 there. Marston spread out the field. I remember now, we don't have no whole heap of runs,
Mm-hmm.
And McDonald bowl a ball and bowl down Dixon. And you could hear the hush in the crowd.
Yeah.
And that was it. McDonald run right through the side after that.
The psyche change, the
Yeah, man.
psychological shift, yeah. Yeah.
So everybody believe that. And in fairness, when you look on paper, when you compare the sides on paper, KC side better than us,
Yeah, yeah.
On paper, much better than us.
That particular team there. Yes. They were expected to win that. I never remember that match at all, Kevin say.
Yeah, man.
A KC were beat in the semi-finals and went on. Yeah.
That much, I was teaching at the time.
Up Meadowbrook.
Yeah, so I plan also boy after this class, I'm gonna leave and try to reach down Hillston Road to watch a game.
Yeah.
By the time me I come out for get ready, see them I come home.
So the match finished in one day.
Yeah man, the game finished before school finished the evening,
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was one day.
So you
Me already pack up everything so me leave out.
mm-hmm.
I when me see the game, me see them I come in
Mm-hmm.
over. Couldn't believe myself because I expect a KC team with them stalwart,
And
the
brand
ring
name
road.
there. Yeah.
Cause them still used to live on my street them time. Like them Turner, Ring Rose live down the street from me. So we kind of familiar with the KC team too.
Yeah. No, Kevin, there's great precedent and to where we are play with your aunt Sikan, there are two well-known West Indian cricketers who play with. Well, when Gordon Green did sick, says I wanted him to make a Malcolm Marshall bowl out England with one hand. Already. Remember when him told me they didn't have my bowl with them one arm band up?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that? You remember them and Gordon Green?
I remember.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that. Yeah.
So we are saying now there's precedent to that, man. You look on and I say, yeah man, if the man because when you say Green is sick, you know say 100 are come.
And Green is limping, yeah.
Yes,
Green
yeah,
is
exactly.
limping.
I play some square cause I didn't remember that, Kevin. I didn't remember that at all. Say we actually beat a powerful KC team and way to beat. So by the time when they reach Calabar and they make 100, it's almost like when they think they're going to repeat that.
All right. Before you get to that match, there was another match.
Yeah.
The first final, rain wash it out.
Yeah, that are the 84 finals.
84 final.
Yeah.
So Meadowbrook made 100 and I made 70 had not out that match. I always remember that.
Mm-hmm.
With my one hand. Remember that.
Yeah. You got good to join. Okay. So the first final was washed out. That's what you say?
Yeah, man. After we finished batting, like a flood of, it just washed it out, man. I remember it rained for like hours, and that was the end of it. That rescheduled it for the following week now.
I never even know that.
Yeah,
I
man.
remember there,
No, but Kevin, because if you make 70, I gotta remember that, man. If you make runs in
Of
the
course.
match, yeah, of
I
course.
remember that.
You know, I
You make
forget that.
70 had not out. You make 70 had not out in a final. You're going to remember it, Jelly.
Yeah, remember my 60 Kevin, so don't worry. Exactly.
No, but in fairness, because of my handicap, it limits all the strokes you want to play.
Yes, in a sense, it make you almost a better player, because you're not gonna take the risk you normally are taking, Kevin.
Oh yeah, true.
Right, precisely. So you play within your limitations now, and it worked.
Yeah. So for the record, which hand did fracture? Your left hand or your right hand?
Left hand, my left thumb.
Your left thumb. So it make playing certain stroke more almost out of your stroke play.
So I played everything within the V or to the leg side.
Yeah, the dreaded. I love fear. Yeah, I said that within the V. So yeah.
I remember at one point in time, Calabar, I forget the name of the captain, he bowled a little leg spin.
And a Baker.
Baker, yes.
Yeah, man. You're talking about the second final or the first one?
The first
The
one.
one who get washed out. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Baker was bowling and the other guys were bowling and there was no point or extra cover virtually.
Yeah.
As I wasn't hit everything, I was hitting to leg, straight to the V, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I couldn't hold the bat straight to play a cover drive or play a square cut or nothing like that.
Yeah.
So first match was washed out. And the second match now we made 100 all out.
Mm-hmm. And why, hold on, why you think we make 100? So why in a park we get there ramp or how come we just make 100?
I don't know, just for me personally, probably overconfidence. Say, hey, we make 180 or 200 last week, we can do it again.
Yeah. And you probably don't feel like a better, etc. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so go ahead. Sorry, Kevin. Go ahead with the floor. Your thought, yeah.
So we made 100, didn't bat well clearly. And as I said, there's a team spirit. I think you brought it up earlier, the killer instinct that the Dread have in all of us.
Yeah, man. Yes.
That no matter what the other side make, we always believe that. Guess what? We believe in ourselves. We can win the match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. That killer instinct they grew from the KC match in 78, man. That grew.
In fact, years later, KC guys, all of them said they really admired us for our team spirit and never can say die attitude.
Yeah, man. That era, that team. You're right about that, man.
Because when you think about that KC match the week before,
yeah,
when we only make like 120 hours, we didn't make much.
No, we were around that. That hard for the defend, Kevin. Yeah.
This is 50, 60, 70 for one.
Mm-hmm.
And Dempster batting, Turner, Dixon leave to come. It's a no-brainer. Everybody expect KC to beat us.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's never say die. We always believe in ourselves. We always believe we can do it. I don't know how the Dread put that in all of us, but boy, it worked.
That start permeate through the culture of the school, Kevin. It wasn't just we alone as a cricket team. That's why the footballers would go on and go win Walker Cup and Nushman Shield later on. It was go through the culture. I'm so beg for saying, there's something going on at the school that change the culture of the school, or in a sense, create a culture when never existed before at the school. Because before, people are underrated it, and we don't underrate ourselves. We don't going enough much and things say, a KC will play. But that change. A KC or a Calabar will play, we must have to beat them. That was the mentality we had.
They play hard. I want to play them team they know.
Yeah. That's exactly right. The team that we're beating are the team them we not have no respect for. But because we respected KC and Calabar so much as the big, them were arch rivals, man. Kevin, right throughout, man, without a doubt. Because those are the brand name school. So what happened after we make the 100 now? What happened in the what Marston said tonight in the changing room? The Dread said tonight in the changing room.
Well, the Dread is a man a few words, The Dread come and say what we need to do. Stick to your plan, but I don't remember the Dread saying much, You just know your role, you just know what you had to do. And you go out there and do it.
I can remember, when my the last game before with my 80 team, when we have final game before semi-finals.
Yeah.
Any one from 4 teams could go through, If it was us, Excelsior, Tivoli, and I think somebody else went through before. And we are playing JC. Need for win to go through. I know the Dread come inside the room, And I said, not all them ask me, I said, wait, a case I'm afraid for when I try to lose the game. That's it, nothing else.
Yeah.
And that's the Dread.
I can't go say it's a wait. We play like we want to lose because we don't want to play KC. And that does stir up everybody and we go back out there and we win the game and go to the semi-final.
Yeah.
Not much. Him not after much. Him just say a thing will hit you.
Yeah, man. Him change the culture in a big way, man. That killer instinct, Kevin, what we're talking about, yeah.
But the Dread never did say much, but, the Dread always have him little exercise book or him notebook with him.
Yeah.
Write down everything. You drop a catch, everything.
Mm-hmm.
You'd feel it the next day. I remember, I went back up until Friday. I remember a Pepsi match. We played Georges. And we licked the bar several times. And we lost the match. Georges beat us 1-0. We knocked the bar several times, man. And after the match, Dred just say, well played, Remember, we're 13 now enough already. Well played, and, but, you guys should have done a little bit more. But, you're expecting a little tongue lashing and, you wasted all these chances. No, Dred never did that. The next day in training now, Freddie, you run laps till you're full. That was the punishment.
You want to make you condition yourself better, yeah. So, so let me ask you something, Kevin, because after the night Calabar Bowl out for 100 and 90 out for 2 or 4, I forget the score. The next morning, at that time, then still things you could have win?
Yeah, man. You have to have the belief. You have to hold the faith, Jelly.
Okay.
You have to remember at the time, the Banks and Dirk. Dirk at the time both leg spin and half spin.
Yeah, man, deceptively,
Not many schoolboys can read it from your hand.
No, right. And him did have that skill there. You're right about that. Yeah, I remember that.
Dirk created problem. And then the Banks now, I don't know what else to say about that gentleman, but every year before cricket started, we'd go up on the concrete and the Dred would put like the seat from the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Who would get the most win? Like clockwork. The Banks can put the ball on a dime every time.
Yeah.
And nobody could score. So it build pressure, and Dirk at the other end, the people don't know what him doing. It just create pressure and confusion.
Mm-hmm.
They always hold on to that belief. And you notice throughout my discussion, is always the spin bowlers.
Yeah.
Not many fast bowlers at Meadowbrook at a second spell.
No. Too much risk, Kevin. Now we have to put out a bowler for bring on. You're right.
When you talk about risk, we had some very good fast bowlers from Eddie and listen, Itchy Burke. Itchy Burke played national youth.
Yeah, no,
Itchy couldn't get a second spell.
No, I'm not saying I'm not good enough, Kevin, but you have to remember now, when the defender score like 100 and a fast bowler come on and throw one down the leg side.
Yeah.
A spinner, I'm going to tell you, remember that. Remember, I don't know if you remember this. You're my captain of the team and we win. The toughest match I ever played was against Sibaligard. I don't know if you remember that match, Kevin. And just like you said now, I bowl me like a slow half spin from one end. And I would take off myself. And at the only time the judge ever overruled me and shout from me on the bench. From the donor. But remember the concrete there, it is a bottom field there. Down towards the whole changing room there. And the judge said, Jerry! And him just hold him finger and I said, me must stay on. Because what did happen? Just like you said, I keep it tight. Even though I bowl something where you just say, you have to slay fast spin here, say, the man, it dep on the spot. I'm not giving a runs. Come back to the pressure thing and the psychology again. I end up winning up with that. We never win a whole runs again either. Kevin, 120 will make or something like that. And we bowl out Tivoli like for 90 and win comfortably at the end. But yeah, you keep it tight. And come here, I take off myself and bring on Eddie. And the Dred signal me and I said, no. Keep yourself on because you keep it tight. So it does confirm what you say no, he banks out from one end and Dirk or McDonald from the other end. So yeah. Yeah, I hear you. So you think Calabar was surprised? That particular team there, you think they were surprised that we won?
Yeah, I think so. But in retrospect, when you look on these things, you wonder if history was repeating itself for Calabar, or they had this mountain to climb that they couldn't overcome, because throughout the years, every time we buck up on semi-final or whatever, we always beat them. I think it was 1 year alone they beat us in a semi-final. I think it's 85 semi-final they beat us.
In a sunlight.
But throughout the years, we were the thorn in their side.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think up to the time 1982, Calabar did not won sunlight since 1942.
Wow.
Freddie, you didn't know that?
No.
No, them never win sunlight. I don't know if them win since our time, Kevin, but I know up to 1982. The last time Calabar won sunlight before it was 1942.
I never know that.
Yeah, man. Them not have good sunlight cup record in the papers now. Like how you say Manning Cup or Olivia Shield. It's hard to get. It's hard to get them record.
Yeah. I forget it from the archive. You have to probably pay for it.
It's hard to get them record. But that I didn't know at the time. Say Calabar never win before that. So it was. You're right. It was, and Calabar became a dominant school because them started with boys champ. They became KC arch rivals, and it was our arch rivals because them did think we had a beating stick. So, but we put a stop to that. We did put a stop to that, Kevin. So yeah. So alright, let me ask you something, because I don't know much about this at all now. It's when Marston, and mine had come on at the first podcast. I thought it was one tapping cup or one.
1-2.
Right, I never know. I don't remember. It's like a blimp in my mind, Kevin, about them match. I remember the final when we play. I don't remember the 84 final. I remember the 86, but I don't remember. Just tell me about the tapping cup run. Them. The first time we win tapping cup? What the first year we win tapping cup? What I win? I hear when Marston get dropped. 84.
Yeah. Well, it tell you the type of person that Mr. Here, the Dread was, you know.
And this is 1984. You are captain the team. When Marston said you were captain the tapping cup team.
Yeah, for some strange reason, I was captain at Tapping Cup and Marston was captain at Sunlight. For whatever reason.
None of that groom. I know whatever reason. Look on the obvious, Kevin. I did my groom for the future. This is the prop. This is the thing now where coaches understand when Mr. Here had, you know. If not, just think about today alone was to win today, you know. It's like he might build, and we actually did. It's like he might think about building a dynasty where he might say, okay, Marston now there next year. So I have to start prepare Kevin.
That's how it go.
It wasn't by chance, Kevin. It wasn't. That's why I'm end up. We couldn't play with we in a Evelyn Cup and Minor Cup. You must prepare and I say, yeah, them youth are come play in a 2-3 years time and they must get exposure. And not about just exposure because they want to give them a game. Who could have compete with we?
Yes, I remember Evelyn Cup match. Was it Dwayne Parker, Damtar, and Errol Miller?
Errol Miller, yeah, man. The great Errol Miller, man. Yes.
Errol made 100, and I made 60 on the day.
Right. Just, yeah.
We found our own game in it.
Yeah. Just imagine when you learn about somebody like Errol. Because Errol was a classy batsman, you know, Kevin.
Yeah, man, it make life a lot easier. Trust me.
Yeah, man.
When you have somebody at the other end can talk to you and turn over the strike and it make batting easy, man. Trust me.
And he was a strong member of the union when it comes to mountain from half the field, yes.
Yeah, the union, we can talk about the union a little later.
Yeah. That was a powerful part of the legacy of the thing. So, yeah. Yes, and the Tapping Cup. Remind me of that Tapping Cup. The first year win was 1984. And who were playing at the finals?
We play Kingston Tech.
Yeah.
No, not Kingston Tech, Stats. But before that, you know, we played, I think, a semi-final against Calabar down Bottomfield.
Again, a Tapping Cup semi-final.
Yeah, man.
And this is, don't go to Kevin. And this was before the Sunlight Cup finals, we played Tapping Cup semi-finals.
Yeah, man. Yes, this would have been this before. But someone thought was 85 was 85 and 86 were on Tapping, not 84.
Maybe you're right. I'm not there, Kevin. Now you have to remind me. I don't remember. You may be right.
I'd have a consult face with him scrapbook. I think it's 85.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to get him for command. So don't worry. He might come with him scrapbook and confirm all of details.
But I remember winning that match. Same thing. From the jaws of defeat to win that match here. Calabar was on top the whole time, and in the last, I don't know if it's pressure or what, but we prevailed.
Yeah, so what the score was like?
I don't quite remember.
Okay.
Every time we play Calabar, it's always a tight match. We didn't win convincingly, it's always been a tight match.
Yeah.
But we always seem to come out on top.
Yeah.
So the final now was at Melbourne. We played Stats, and Stats had what is that Jamaica guy name now? Ticker Smith. What Smith did? Vernon Smith. Vernon Hamilton played for Jamaica and played for Kensington. Big
Yeah.
back.
I know that. Yes, a brown youth like. Yeah.
But that day now, we made like 180 or 190 in Tapping Cup. And it's 35 over match. So, it's plenty runs for schoolboy that.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty runs. And we bowl them out, it's just scoreboard pressure hit them and,
Yeah,
I think Gabla took one of the best catch I ever seen, running over his shoulder to take a catch. Man.
And that's a Paul.
Yes, Paul was a cricketer. Patrick didn't play much cricket.
Yeah, and Paul was a good cricketer, yeah.
When you think about it, that was one thing the Dread had for us, The Dread would run us through feeling exercises every day, and then the day before the match is like on Fridays. Mm-hmm. That's all feeling practice, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
So, so that was the first Tapping Cup match, Tapping final that we won. So.
And the next time I won was which year?
86. So we won the double in 86.
The only time we ever win the double?
Yeah, I think so.
I never even realized that, Kevin. But so tell me what that match you go. Who play and who beat up and go towards the finals in that match?
Semi-final we play at Kensington versus Kingston Tech. Never made runs that day. Make like 20 or not much. 20 or 30. And at lunchtime we were down like 5 wickets. Not much runs on the board. Never forget that. But Muller and Gabler was at the wicket.
And that's a Farquharson, Dr.
Donald Farquharson and Paul Smith.
Yeah.
At the wicket. And I just remember the Dread just telling them, just play a game. But if you know Muller and Gabler, all them do is this ball,
Play a game in me must beat leather, yeah.
Yes. And trust me, within the first hour after lunch, both of them made 50.
Yeah.
Very entertaining too,
Yeah.
Both of them made 50. And not long after that, we got bowled out. So we never made 200.
Mm-hmm.
Probably made close to 200 or somewhere in that region. And Kingston did come with the bat. And I never forget it, man. The opener coming to the wicket. I'm setting the field. And it's Itchyberg bowling. So, the typical attacking field we have. In fact, for all our bowlers, we're very attacking.
Mm-hmm.
It put pressure on everybody. 3 slips, gully, bat pad, only one man out. You had a point and fine leg, and you had a square leg. And the guy came and, confidence is a hell of a thing, and it bothers boastiness too, And the guy said, kind of feel this. You have 100 in Sunlight Cup. And Itchyberg here and the whole team, I don't know. Mine at everybody was on top of it. So, no man, this guy have too much mouth. And I don't know what happened now. But I brought in everybody. 2 bat pad and leg gully. Nobody, the only person outside of the circle there was fine leg and Itchyberg bowling.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy never survived the over.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was a telling point, because if this is your best batsman to come and he might see to our fast bowler,
the
match was over after that. I don't think they made 100.
Itchyberg height is some of them batsmen is a bit fear Itchyberg, that's some height where the ball come from, can deliver from way up.
No, that's enough, Freddie. Freddie, he was very intimidating, when you look in Itchy face, and Itchy never smile much, and Itchy point on you and say 2 words,
It was
shaking your boots,
when Percy and Cuddy them are bowling, Cuddy them was slender.
In terms of body size, yeah. Itchy was.
Itchyberg coming up.
Yeah.
Him tall and big at the same time.
Itchy was almost like Joel Garner in terms of size, not the height, but in terms of body size, yeah. So who playing at the finals, Kevin?
86 final.
The Rapping Cup.
Tapping Cup.
Yeah, before, yeah, man, because I heard that was the final I talking about a while ago.
No, that was the semi-final for Sunlight. The Tapping Cup final. Tapping Cup final, I think was Calabar, you know.
Again.
Yeah, man, can remember Weatherburn and a couple other guys
Oh, Wedderburn. Yes.
from Calabar, yeah.
Wedderburn, yeah.
And
No,
Bailey,
no.
yes. It was Calabar.
He left Case Tivoli and come to Calabar.
Yes. The
Yes,
Dread,
he played at Tivoli first.
I think the Dread wanted him to come, you know.
Yeah, man, he was one of my football players from Union Juvenile, named Kevin Wedderburn.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up playing Junior Cup with him from Melbourne.
Yes.
So yeah, tell me, say, at some time we eat Calabar food.
Yeah, man, I think we were the thorn in them side of
Them
that.
get nervous, man. Them get nervous, and that's good.
Yeah.
But we won convincingly that day, I think.
Yeah, man, if you make only runs, yeah, but before, yeah, if you make only, I just say, Kevin, that's not my mentality. If you make close to 200, we can't lose.
No. In this state, Calabar batted first and they made some runs. But they had some fast bowlers. And I always make runs against Calabar, you know. They had a lot of medium fast bowlers. And Ibank was opening at the time.
Yeah, man, that time I'm batting improve a whole heap and could have bat good, yeah.
Yeah, man. And never forget, he took them to task, man. They make like 60 or 70 yard in no time. The Calabar boys bounce, bring them over the wall of Melbourne. Them in the wall.
I'm home ground that time and I'm home pitch, yeah. Yeah.
I think I made 20 or 30 not out. But we won convincingly because of Oral that day.
Yeah.
I think he made 100 in Sunlight that year too, you know.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember one time I make 100 in a Sunlight. Yeah, go ahead, Freddie, sorry.
No, man, go ahead.
No, I'm going to ask Kevin, you ever make 100 in a Sunlight?
Let me put it to you this way. Anytime we bat first, half hour after lunch you have to declare. It was non-negotiable to the Dread.
So no 100 now make a talent.
The only person that made 100, I think Cheddar made it against, like it has a...
Yeah, man. Cheddar was the only batsman in that era.
Cheddar made 100 against, I wouldn't say a non-entity, but it was a weaker side.
Yeah.
And the Banks made 100 too. But the Banks play some chatter about the place. But it was been very difficult. I think the highest I make in Sunlight regular round was 60s or so, not out or somewhere in that region because
yeah, I know.
You couldn't bat long enough.
You know what that I said though, you know, and this is why I win so much during that time there, you know. It wasn't about the individual, you know, Kevin, but say it was about the
It's
team.
A team sport.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was about the team, man. You're right. It's like you know that business what individual make. If you make 100 I need to make 100. How much a team make? We can declare or have a the runs. That's how I look on it, Kevin.
Yeah, and the batting was kind of deep too. So, you know, the front line batsmen would go there and we lose a couple of wickets. Somebody always come back, like for example with Molo and Paul.
And Paul, yeah. No, man, the versatility and the depth of the batting, man. Right. Without a doubt, Freddie.
Listen, 1 year, I think Dirk bat 3 or 4 1 year. And the following year, Dirk was at 8. No, it shows you the depth. Yeah. I remember one Sunlight match. I wasn't making any runs, and the Dread dropped me down the order, and he promote Facey against KC. Down a battlefield.
Oh, I remember. 20 more time. What a match.
Facey lacing that ball in and make, I don't know, 50 or whatever in no time.
Yeah, man. We had dispatch Dixon all over Meadowbrook, man. Like this day and but you see, that was the confidence where when you start play with and bat with, you know. It's like no care where I play, man. You come we never come live to them time, Kevin. We take on anybody, man. Take on. But
Remember now, you know, one of the things you have to remember, you know, like with Marston and Eddie and Facey and Minor, we've been playing with these guys for 5-6 years.
yeah, and play together for so long. Yes.
From we first farm, second farm, we're playing cricket together. Like brothers in arms there, so we knew each other.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the beauty of that team there. 84 to 86 team, Kevin. You're right about that. It was like when I play for so long. And the same thing with the Walker Cup team to a win.
Yes.
Them play together for
knew each other's strengths, we knew each other, we stood by each other.
Yeah.
And it just instilled the killer instinct in us, and that was it.
Yeah. Before we go to the 86 final, can I have some questions to ask about the Dread? Come here, so the Dread wasn't around before the final start. And I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. Maybe you don't know, or maybe you don't want to talk about it. It's a matter. But before we go there, sir, I'm going to ask you a question. That slipped past me. Spalding Cup finals year against Stets, 1984. You remember that match? Because everybody the right way off again. I said Stets, I win Headley Cup every year. So Meadowbrook can't even compete against Stets. And was not fair run out where Dirk miss, we probably win a Spalding Cup that year there. You remember that match? Eh?
We're not blaming Dirk, you know. We're standing by Dirk. I don't think none of us through the years.
No, we're not blaming him. We're not blaming him. No, let me put that out. You're right. We're not blaming him.
But that was a match nobody expected us to win. To be frank, you know, Stets was the powerhouse.
Yeah.
Stets win Spalding Cup for how much years?
Every year them win, man. Yeah.
Every year. You know, Stets had more than half the Jamaican team in there. Larry Cunningham, Lawson, all the fast bowlers.
Meikle,
Dean Courtwright, Clinton Lewis. All them guys play Jamaica as a fast bowler. They had more than half of the Jamaica side we're playing against. And we do have one. But we made a match of it. We make 112 or something like that a day. Not much. Cheddar batted well, but we didn't make much runs. But again, the bowling, the banks, and you know, in fairness, I don't want to say anything about the banks, but sometimes I wonder how him get wicket.
I'm not turn the ball.
The banks never did turn the ball much, you know, but that man had control and he had an arm ball.
Yeah, fast arm ball there. I come in a little bit. Yes.
Yeah, man. He had an arm ball there.
Yeah.
So, it puzzled me all the while that nobody could bat him or anything, but at the time, you have to remember at the time, though, you know, this was what, 84 and thing. West Indies was doing well.
Yeah.
Everybody loved fast bowling. Everybody loved to feel it on the bat, and everybody never like spin and reaching fight and grafting and, you know. So he did very well. So back to the final now. This was 84, yeah. 84, yeah.
Yeah,
so
man, 84 Spalding Cup final, man. Yeah.
Yes. I think it was Eddie and myself who opened the bowling, and I got an early wicket. And Marston switched us around, and I started to come up the hill, and couldn't manage that.
Match up player by now.
I couldn't manage that, and Eddie was coming down. And after Eddie left, and the spin came on, Dirk and a bang, and it just created pressure. You know, Dirk come on, bowling both leg spin or spin. You wonder where it going. Sometimes him throw it up, he think his leg break, his half break. Sometimes him bowl it comes straight. And the bank's just on a spot. And you can't get him off. And it just create pressure. Till one wicket lead to the second, to the third. And by the time you look, Stets was 9 wicket down. Big, mighty Stets. And I agree. We'd have one bar in that run out, but that's how cricket play.
Yeah. We didn't get that one heap of break though, because in our finals, Calabar captain tried to run me out with me about 20 at. So you're right with the luck, I don't blame nobody, Kevin. You're right. You're right.
That's how cricket plays. Sometimes I get the luck, sometimes
yeah,
I
man.
don't get.
I like that, man. I like that. I don't know it's cricket alone. I like that. Sometimes you get some bad break.
You know something? I was right behind Dirk arm in my board, you know. And it's just the moment. Because what happened is it happened so fast. Till not only Dirk didn't realize why him stood up or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like the entire team didn't realize what happened until it after it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Billings and I think Billings was batting Reese, Kevin.
I don't remember. I remember the left arm spinner. I forget his name. He was number 11 for them.
Billings was the only recognized batsman there. He was the only one there. The wicketkeeper Billings.
Yeah, I know Billings.
Yeah, he was back in the middle of the wicket to come and try to get a strike.
Wait a second, could I run the 2-man in Freddie?
Yeah, but Dirk was so anxious to catch the ball from him until him just too far over. He could have waited till it come to you, but
Yeah, under pressure.
You know?
That's one that got away, Kevin. That would have been a memorable victory.
Yeah, that's it.
That is.
But Jelly, I tell you this. When you think about it, States has been winning schoolboy cricket for as long as I can remember during that time.
Yeah, man. Yes, yeah.
And I remember the week before when them play, I think it was Homewood, they make like 400.
Yeah, man. One
Out, you know.
Yeah.
There's an all-conquering team, this, you know.
No,
and
man.
little Meadowbrook come.
That's why it was sweet so much. I would be so happy, man, I tell you, because this one I would celebrate. This one would have even Calabar victory.
Yeah, man. No, if we did pull out the one there, Kevin. But the point is, for me it was a victory, For me it was a victory, Kevin. The fact that we carry States to the wire and should have won or could have won.
Yes, I think that speaks volumes.
To me it was a victory, Freddie, because remember, we beat Calabar by 4 runs and win the Sunlight Cup the week before or a couple of weeks before, and then we come play States and I almost had the same thing again and make little over 100. That would have been something else though, Freddie. So I know. But that is a history, we can't talk about it, and it's like a really bit over and over. And
yeah, man, it was just fun, because that's what the whole team was about, and Meadowbrook had part of it.
Yeah, man. History of that was something else, man. That was, I remember, I was him not that much, Kevin, but I remember that match, man. I remember that match, because when a man did ask me, I never play Sparling Cup, the year 82. And I said, would I play again too? But I never play Sparling, because what had happened, it was a dengue fever outbreak, or
polio.
No, it wasn't polio, man. Polio long before. It was polio, that's right, man. It was dengue. It was another fever, then.
Dengue?
Yeah, it wasn't polio, man. Polio did a family in the 50s, because polio a serious thing. It wasn't polio. Polio outbreak, that would mash up the country. and then postpone the match, so we never play Sparling Cup the year. So yeah. So back to 86 now, because we win Tapping Cup now, and for some reason here said the dread wasn't around. You aware of that, or you know anything about that at all, or can you speak to anything about that at all? Why that happened, or what you heard?
I can't tell you why he left. I just know he wasn't around. There are rumors and things that he was leaving and stuff, but not the time we could confirm. I never had nobody to go. I never knew. My only contact was Mr. Becky and Mr. McGregor.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't know Kevin until I came down there with Mr. Taylor. I was at Kensington, huh?
And these are the finals or the semi-finals, Freddie?
That was my semi-final of Kensington.
Yeah.
Two semi-finals were played at the same place. One over by Lucas and one by Kenny.
Yeah, the semi-final. And who I play?
That much I remember.
Who played in that semi-final, like Kevin?
86,
yeah.
We played Kingston Tech.
Okay, yeah.
And then
So
Casey played somebody over the next ground.
Yeah, because them time Casey was a big team and the people that followed too, because one of the Samuels that play or something like that. What happened, Jelly? When me go down, at Mr. Taylor was the principal at JC at the time.
Yeah.
he was in charge of cricket
Yeah.
to Issa. So we know at JC have to prepare the lunch and carry down.
Yeah.
I took down the lunch with Mr. Taylor. And when I went over there, I said, Mr. Gordon and Becky and Rory, so I said, where am I here? All of them just do the same thing, like them just turn them head and, say, he's not here.
Like, them hear your question.
No, nobody answer me. Because I don't know, them know something I want. Tell me. But then I got to Taylor now, Mr. Taylor, the coach is not here and thing or whatever. Mr. Taylor told me that I should stay with the Meadowbrook kids. And whenever the game finished, I should call and come back and pick me up. So I stayed there with them from lunch until the game finished. And I still didn't find a reason why Mr. Year was there. Until this day, I don't know why. I never tell me. I mean, him talk after that too, and me never ask him. And him never tell me.
And you don't know what Naya Kevin is a mystery to you too, because he never did the semi-final, but did he show up at the finals?
I don't remember if it's that much, but I remember Mr. Here coming to a match at Sabina Park. It's probably that much,
The final, that was that much, yeah. That much, yeah. What
and him sit down in the furthest seat at the George Headley stand.
Yes, you're right.
With him little notebook and write everything down.
Yeah.
But it's not something at that time we were at interaction, or in fact it is when we reach the final in 86. Is a union carry us there?
Yeah, man. Your father.
Union was in charge.
Your father, Mr. Cheddar, Rory, Becky, G. Yes.
I knew Jelly. I soon get to that story.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we had a job to do. We all wanted to play. We all wanted to win. Never know the reason or anything, but we're there to play.
I never am aware of that, man. It's long afterwards. But remember, me never aware said Mr. Year wasn't in a part of it, or not with the squad. Because Mr. Year would act certain way, him in the stands away from the crowd would not have been nothing unusual, Kevin, for me, Because with the bottom field and all of a sudden they see my walk all on the pitch and him just there by himself and all of it. So him in the George the stand up by now, it wouldn't be unusual for me. I look and I say, sure, yeah, as Mr. Years say,
Yes, I remember, Jelly, that all of us was in Kingston stand. He was in George by himself.
Yeah, no, yeah, because I play that within a Kingston Cricket Club, the pavilion, right? I get you. No, but may I say, Kevin, that may I say, me did have I know the dread but more than anybody, but that particular, where him with others,
that wouldn't have been unusual.
Right, that's what I'm saying, Kevin. It would not be unusual for the dread just didn't want to come in a Kingston Cricket Club. I'm just saying a George the stand by himself. And I send message to somebody or through somebody if you say if you do ABRC. Exactly. That's the thing. Because, but
I'm trying to remember who would have conducted training and stuff, because if he wasn't there.
That's what I said, Kevin. I try to remember that. I try to remember that too. But I don't. Okay, I remember. Maybe Face might remember. But at that
point, we're a well-oiled machine, so we knew what to do.
Well, definitely. Look at that to the football team, and yeah, you're right. It's like we were. More important, you used to winning. You win by the time that 3 other trophy no winning, apart from the first one. You follow me? I said from you win the first one, and I say yeah, you get used to the winning. Winning became a habit,
Yeah, man. You came to win.
Yeah,
you didn't come to participate.
No, win became a habit, Kevin. So yeah.
Yeah, by that time, Meadowbrook didn't have teams or things like that. Meadowbrook have a system.
Yes.
It didn't play a just roll.
Yeah.
It's like a car. The one way want to start, you just not driving in there. Somebody press the pedal, gone.
Yeah, well, that Kevin I said, a well-oiled machine. Exactly. A well-oiled machine. So, all right, talk to more about Kevin. You said the union carry through. Exactly what you mean by that now. Tell me what happened that much.
Jelly. I remember the match. As soon as prayers finished at school, we were transported to Sabina. So when we reached Sabina lock. He's one of the groundsman there. So of course, matches at Sabina, Kingston Cricket Club, we went to the better changing room that oversees the cricket field.
That's in a
I go
George
up and say,
Elliston.
no. Eh?
In a George Elliston or the cricket club you there?
Cricket Club, Kingston Cricket Club.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Groundsman tell me, no, that reserved for KC. We must go around the back to the other room.
Oh, really?
Them
Yeah,
own
man.
thing,
So,
I know.
Yeah, I know, sir. A KC man them run Kingston Cricket Club, you know.
so,
Yes.
so at that point in time, there's no respect to us. And I
Yeah.
guess that was all the motivation we needed to win even more.
Yeah.
So, but to the 86 final now, why, Jelly, I credit you, Jelly, for that win, And I'm going to tell you why. Remember now, Jared not around, so we're on our own, and it's really Mr. McGregor, Mr. Becky, you, Jelly. I don't remember who else, if Jago was there. I don't remember who else was there. But this is the core now of the think tank that leading us.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember now going out, spinning the toss, win the toss. But before we went out, we had a discussion. What we're going to do? And I say I want bat. I had Sabina Park. The wicket good. The wicket going good. I want a bat. Everybody agreed with me, except you, Jelly.
And why me never agree?
And I go out and I spin the toss and I win the toss. I tell the man, say, because it's the final now, you have little presentation, and sponsors come, you shake two hands and So I tell him, hold on, I'll tell you after the little ceremony. And when the ceremony finish, you take me one side, Jelly, and say, rain going fall. And you show me some dark clouds over somewhere now. And reluctantly, I took the advice. And I tell the KC guys, we went bowl. And KC was 20 without last. And rain washed out the match the rest of the day. Now, remember now, this is that time when we played cricket where the wickets were not covered.
Yeah.
So there was no play for the rest of the day. The next day now, the match started late because the wicket was still wet.
Yeah.
And the plan was to have Ichiberg bowling up. Me and Ichi bowl, because I would bowl, and I generally bowl a good length.
Mm-hmm.
And on a wet wicket, that's dangerous.
Yeah, man. I have to bowl a good length on wet wicket, yeah.
Right. So the plan was to have a Banks switch ends. So Ichi wanted to bowl up.
Yeah.
And I would bowl down.
Yeah.
The first over, remember now, they were like 20 out without last overnight. He Banks get a wicket the first over. Edge, catch it in the slip. I couldn't take Banks off.
Yeah.
Banks had the ball right on a spot the whole match. Banks bowl and bowl till him get 5 for 1.
Because the wicket assist him, yeah.
No, but the wicket stop and you push. Because that spinner, you push, you get an edge, you bat pad, or you play too early, it's sky.
Flight penalty, yeah.
A fast bowler now who bowl short, he can get out of the way or you have time out to pull him or something.
Yeah, because the ball like a slow up on the wet wicket, yeah.
If he was bowling a good length and at his pace, it created issues. We bowl them out for like 50 or 40 something. Don't remember how much we bowl them out for. And we lost like 5 or 6 wickets in because the wicket's still wet now.
Yeah. So still have to make the 50 then, yeah.
So we knock off those runs and won the third title now. Third Sunlight Cup.
Yeah.
But as I say, if it wasn't for you, Jelly, we'd have probably bat first.
Because that was the culture, so I got bat first and make a heap of runs and end up on the wet wicket. I never... If you not remind me about that, Kevin, I wouldn't remember that at all. I would not remember that.
But you're the only one who stood out, Jelly. And it's a good thing I took your advice.
When you see me, I look up the blue mountain and I said the rain will come. So nobody got bat.
I don't know if you did study good geography at school or what.
Kevin,
Yeah.
you work in my geography class?
No, you never taught. Only Mr. Becky did teach me from school.
Yeah.
Because I used to carry my student out on the netball court. I let them look up and name the cloud. Tell which one is rain and which one cumulus and cirrus.
Well,
So you didn't put it in my class.
you know that you mentioned that, geography was one of my favorite subjects, Kevin. And the cloud, I'm afraid of that about them. I look and know and I say, yeah, a rain cloud or what? But I never remember that, Kevin. I did not remember that at all. And when you tell me that the last time I come to Jamaica, but I have no memory at all. This is why having these programs good, And I talk about the mission and I document them. I said, right. I never remember that at all, Kevin. But tell the truth.
Come on, I remember it like yesterday, man, because as I tell you, I'm at Sabine, I want a bat.
Yeah.
I want to put, and this is how we have won throughout the years.
Yeah, you make 200 and say I got to defend it. Yeah.
Whatever score we have,
Yeah.
we know we can defend it.
Yeah. No, that was our culture.
Right.
Without a doubt, Kevin, that was the culture. Me, I come and I say, no. Send them in, carry another fast. Yeah, I never remember that, Kevin. So, alright, so let me ask you something. We never played Sparling Cup that year.
You know, that's a bone of contention now, Jelly. Because generally you play after sunlight. Within a week or two or 3 weeks, you would have Sparling Cup final, because the sunlight final is about April sometime. And they have exams, so it's always before exams.
Yeah, before GCE, yeah.
Right, but that year was different. They never had Sparling Cup till after exams. In fact, school was finished virtually. It's end of June, July. Sparling Cup kept that year.
Really? That's so old.
No.
Yeah, that doesn't make no sense.
No, well, for whatever reason, that's what happened. And remember now, there's no dread. We had exams. Nobody was playing cricket.
Yeah, kind of train or nothing at all, no.
Not at all. So when word got to me that Sparling Cup is a couple days time, nobody playing any cricket. In fact, I remember my father carrying me around to like Muller House and people house to say, listen, match 2 days time. Can you come? We never had a side. I remember the night before the match, when we write on paper, 10 names I had, Jelly.
Yeah, because that time in the middle of the summer then, and you thought probably someone gone a foreign.
We never had a team. And I'll never forget Devon Miller.
Yes.
Devon was a young and upcoming fast bowler and good cricketer.
Yeah.
School had finished for him. And his family moved to Ochi, to St. Anne.
Mm-hmm.
We read it in the paper that he had Sparling Cup final. And him get up early in the morning and take bus from Ochi to Sabina Park to come play.
Oh,
that's how we made 11 men.
No, hold on, no. I forgot out him name and big him up, Because for a dedication like that, Devon Miller. I remember I'm good to him. You know exactly where you're at, Kevin.
I think he migrated eventually.
Yeah.
I never forget it, man. The guy, and that tells you something, The love of the sport and everything. Love of the school.
And
man on holiday, read it in the paper and come.
Yeah.
We never had 11 people. He was the 11th man.
Mm-hmm.
We never had a 12th man there.
Mm-hmm. And who not play the time in that small league? Stets again.
Listen, Stets was leading everybody, Every year, Stets.
Yeah. But that, I just say no. And they probably would have been prepared for the competition. They would have known exactly what. So how come we get the notice late? Well, that wouldn't surprise me, because it's never. Them not have respect for Meadowbrook, Mr. Becky talked about that earlier. It's like, even after we win all them time, the man was locking out at Sabina Park changing room, and I said, we can't go in a certain changing room. And then now this is like.
Well, I don't think Issa had anything to do with that or anybody. I think that was just cricket club and KC's influence.
Cricket club and them prepared that special for case.
No, not the club thing, not the Kingston Cricket Club thing. Not the scheduling at the Sparling Cup match in July, and States are coming with a full team, and we wouldn't. You follow me? I say, you think about it, It's like, because the difference between a States and a Meadowbrook, is that Meadowbrook a field man, Kevin, will come from first farm right through. And no for them come up like you, and you talk about Dr. Donald Farquharson. It's not like we don't go to school to play cricket or football. We have subject for go do, we have this for go do, we have this to study for. Whereas most of the state team would have just been there to play cricket.
Yeah, remember them live on, you know.
Right.
Players
Right.
live on.
So I say when you change the schedule for orchestrate it in a way where to play in the middle of the summer, that sound like it was orchestrated to make sure states are going to win. Me just say that me see it, you know, Kevin. I don't know. But me I said them, as you say, Freddie, even that more important, you know, them I live on the campus as states, Kevin. Uno all over the place. Uno have commitments, man gone to Ocherios, as they call Devon Miller name. Some man probably gone to foreign, some man I think about for go to UA. Him don't take him don't take email level and I think about him a move on. And that me I talk about them, I say, them now have I mean I know. So me not cast no aspersion, but that how me see it, me I say. And because me talk before, Mr. Beckford talk about the 1977 quarters final, Kevin. Me know if you hear Becky talk about that where team come down with dengue fever or we forget how which one again.
Yeah, it was dengue.
Dengue again, 77, and him call his son and say, just like what I'm with you, to a lesser extent, Kevin, we have 11 man for field, man, I come at the match, I play a black shows in my week, we couldn't find 11 man to play Tivoli Garden. And Becky called his son and asked them if they can postpone the match. And I remember I listened to him and just tell him no. So I call out his son now. Because it's not a level playing field for Meadowbrook. And the fact that we won so much trophy at that time is testament to the resilience of our school. That's why I'm glad me talk about them thing. Because you hear the injustice will take place. And the dread, I said to him, say, the dread, we tell you enough much. When you play, you know, sometimes a 13 man you play against him, they business with that. That means we have to play harder. Enough much going on the dread, I said, don't worry about the umpire them, you know. We have to play harder. So,
you know, on the subject of respect, you know, there's a school of thought that believe that if we all attended other well-established schools, some of us may have had additional opportunities.
No, Kevin, I said that all a while too. Christopher, yeah, go ahead.
I'll give you a perfect example. 1 year, was it 83? I don't remember which year. 1 year, Goosey was called to trials. And I don't remember if his most wickets him had or had the best batting average, but it was a year he did very well. And they called him to trials. And for the most of the day, Goosey scored the book. And bat 9 or 10 or something like that. You know, I remember in 86, we had a camp at JDF preparing for youth cricket.
Mm-hmm.
Or was 84? Probably 84. I think it was 84. And they call like 40 odd of us. From schoolboy, from Sunlight to Headley Cup and clubs and everybody. Whole heap of us. 3 weeks at JDF.
Mm-hmm.
States had 12 people there.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, you know, States was the powerhouse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Half of the Jamaica side came from there. Not saying that they weren't good enough to go, you know. But for clarity, I'm just saying at the time, just making the point that established schools and opportunities. That's all.
No, but I can't talk about my experience, Kevin. The year when we won, I get called for the Jamaica youth team, you know. I go up a grazing for St. Mary, and I remember this like yesterday. And you had these things, you get a chance to bat on for ball. And the man give me the pencil and the scorebook. I never bat or bowl a ball. J.K. Holt Jr., I can't call him name. If I may say to you, I them man that select the team for there. And it's a sham, man. And the thing about our performance, you know, the facts about winning, Kevin, and you mentioned it earlier, but you kind of gloss over it, you know. And you said West Indies cricket was good. West Indies cricket was the most dominant sports team in the world at the time. Everybody wanted to play cricket in the Caribbean, and we were the dominant schoolboy cricket team in the 1980s. And we never get the opportunity for enough man from our school to represent a play for Jamaica and even going on to play for West Indies, because, and that's the problem with team sport, you know. That's the problem with team sport. It's not objective in terms of say who are the best player for come on. So Me have a bitter feeling about that, man. Not for me personally, because I know me never good enough. While should expose my weakness when we play for Melbourne.
It happened to Peggett and Ronnie in 1 year, you know.
Yeah.
Remember Peggett get called and they never play until when the English team tour, them playing a practice match. Peggett get a lot of wicket.
For the youth team. Yeah.
Ronnie never get called until him go Excelsior.
Mm-hmm.
The time go down with Walshy. And also Ronnie was the vice captain for the Jamaica team.
Yeah, I remember that though. I remember that, Freddie. So
he wouldn't get vice captain and play.
No. So the challenge where we had Kevin and we overcome was not just the umpires. You talk about an organization where discriminated again, not just Meadowbrook alone, against small schools. And I don't know if them still do it, and if them still do it, them need to stop, and maybe them can't help themselves, but me just call it out. It wasn't...
It's not as bad now, you know, especially with football, you know, that bad. Because, you know, football they perform, but the cricket, I think it's still there.
Discrimination still there, yeah. Yeah, but me not dwell upon them too much, you know, because we win a whole heap of trophy, and we show them up and expose them. Against our lads, Kevin, we win enough time, over and over. It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't one time we win and say, oh, Meadowbrook just win what I'm called a flash in the pan.
Fluke, yeah.
We win a whole heap of trophy, man, and the football was to me.
That is the issue that I have now still, because what happened is we did so much to get where we were. But where do we go now? We're going to stay at the level we are. Now we're going back to the glory days. Because we don't just want to talk about the glory days, you know. We want to get back to the glory days. That's why we're talking about it now.
Yeah, I agree with Freddie. We want to inspire a next generation and Meadowbrook youth to say, we do it before, we can do it again. Yes, I agree with you.
You know, and people must try now and assist in making it happen. Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Of course it can happen, Freddie. When you think say we as a small school, and Kevin, as you say, come out of school, is that compared to KC and they're a big name school, man. A small school. Still is a small school. And we went on not just to win one or two trophies, to dominate the sports and then winning the Walker Cup, which to me in my mind a crowning achievement of a sporting achievement at school. Because despite all the cricket trophies we win, Walker Cup to me take the premium because of the prestige of football care of cricket in Jamaica now. And even back then, although at the time cricket was more, in a sense, more prestigious than football when we'd play for true. Because everybody wanted to play West Indies cricket. Not them days, a different thing them days, so. But yeah. But let me ask you this, Kevin. Let me ask you this. So when you win now, as captain now of the team now, and you beat up KC in the finals, I have to ask again, what was the conversation between you and your father? I remember support you same way, you know. I remember support you because at the end of the day, you know, I always laugh. And I say, ratted. Mr. Reese wants to say the wrong son, go KC.
I guess he has, as I said, he has always supported and stuff, but you know, it must have been bittersweet for him because he has supported KC all his life. You know? Even up probably 10 years ago, Daddy was going Manning Cup match in him 70s. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Strong, him don't know anybody at KC except probably the principal.
But him
still going Manning Cup match.
Yeah, that must have been bittersweet feel for Sarah. See them son come and beat up him old school comprehensively. More than one time, more than one occasion. That's the thing about it, Kevin. That's like a one thing I say, you're lucky. It was more than one time, man. More than one time, Kevin.
I'm bragging rights inside of the house, Kevin.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I'm going to go back to something and shed a little light here. When we played the 84 Sparling Cup final, remember now, nobody has beaten States for as long as anybody has been around.
For donkey years, yeah, I remember that, Kevin.
And we carried them to the line.
To the wire, yeah.
And we go back to, what the man named Roger Bannister?
Yeah, man, Roger Bannister, the first man around the 4 minute,
right.
The mile
so
below 4 minutes.
We show everybody that, guess what? They can be beaten.
Yeah.
Next year, KC win Sunlight Cup. Them beat States.
Yeah.
KC had a good side.
Yeah.
shows that, they could be beaten. They're not that invincible as everybody thought.
Yeah. You crack the 4 minute mile where them things are set invincible and can't be beaten because little Meadowbrook take them to the wire and almost beat them. Yeah. You change that, Kevin. So yeah.
But back to the 84 Sparling Cup final. So, don't remember who won the toss, but Stets batted first. And what I can remember about that game, they had a batsman, Steve God. Steve could bat, talk plenty, but could bat. And we couldn't get him out. He made 8 yard eventually. And the ball was soft. And you could see the threading starting to come loose. And he banks, man. He banks said, no, don't change the ball. I had him and P. Brown bowling. Extended the thing. He said, no, don't change the ball. The ball going to get soft. Them can't hit it. Them going to get frustrated. Them going out.
And this are the 86 Sparling Cup finals where 11 man up. Yeah, you're going to... Yeah.
He banks said, no, listen, man, after about the second or third over, I take that ball, and I deliberately rip open the seam.
Where did that? You know what was bad as Trevor Chapel?
No, man. You could see the ball was getting soft and the thread, so I kind of help it open, Never use no 30.
Yeah.
And tell the umpire the ball need to change. He bangs vex, man. Miserable and vex and don't talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
And right after that, we get a different ball. The ball start bounce and turn. And within half hour ball outlets.
Yeah.
He banks and P. Brown ball outlets after that. Within an hour.
What you make?
They didn't make 200.
Okay.
They probably make 180, 190 or somewhere in them region.
Yeah.
But remember now, we're not playing no cricket. Nobody has played cricket in more than a month. We had studied for exams and stuff, so nobody was even training. So, I think it was probably Itchy Burke.
Mm-hmm.
Like 50 yard. I think he was the only one who made anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if it was earlier and we were training and stuff and had a team and
it would have been, the results could have been different. Yeah, man. I can't say that, Kevin. I can't say exactly what I say. It just, and the dread had gone and all them things. The dread wasn't around and only the part on literally at that time. Because I don't remember the match, Kevin. I don't even remember. That's why I asked about it and I said, if we play Sparling Cup there.
Yeah, man. But as I tell you, it's my father carry me around and we try to the side.
Yes, but your father was an integral member of the union too. So don't leave him out at all. Him not leave out him 40s as you tell me. Him was an integral member of Meadowbrook Union once you were there. I have a huge respect for your father, for Christian father, and for Chung. I don't know if you know Richard and Ian Chung mother.
No.
Them did a little older than you. Them played in the 1980 semi-final. Those parents, Kevin, are like your father and Christian father, Sam Cheddar, come every match and the moral support and the mouth and them now nah, about intimidate me. Them nah. You follow me, I said to you, just with us there alone.
Yeah, man. I remember that. That was part of the game too.
Yeah, man. No, you're talking about you now, saying it's a way for match to win from, as I love call it, from beyond the boundary. No, that's my first with the union, The power of the union from beyond the boundary, Kevin, was, trust me, man. You know that too. I didn't know that because when we stop playing and I come a match now, me I take no wicket with my mouth. Jay I going to take no wicket in the mouth. Do I going to take no wicket in the mouth. And I care how big a batsman him come. We going to get on them skin.
Freddie, I'm not going to call Jelly name here, but I remember a tapping cup match against Woolmers down Bottomfield. And we batted well. We make whole heap of runs, probably near 200 runs. We make whole heap of runs a day. Whole heap of runs. And, I just believe that these guys, nobody can make the runs. I give Itchy the new ball, tapping cup Freddie. And I said 3 slips on a gully. And I remember Jelly Mouth. I remember Mr. McGregor and Mr. Becky. and probably G. And every ball the man ball, I take out a slip. By the end of the over, that typical 50 typical tapping cup feeling see.
Yes. Yeah.
But you know, I don't know what got in me today. I just said, no man, these guys can't make it. I go and attack and I press and three slips and gully. Man, I hear some things from the beyond the boundary.
You have to make immediate change and adjustment, Kevin, for your feet.
Man, make the adjustments right away.
Yeah, the union was not around in my time.
No, the union came up because we were a part of the union already. That's the thing, you know. We, after that team that went in 82 and I play, because I play whole heap of cricket, you know, Kevin. I even remember that. I play whole heap of Evelyn Cup. I captain the Evelyn Cup and minor cup team and Errol Miller there play with me. And we win whole heap of trophies. Not just captain and I play. A whole heap of Evelyn Cup and minor cup I won. And that was the integral part of the union, man. If I was Sunlight match, I was there the match and I support the schoolboys them. And the mouth was big and nobody we take on anybody, man. With a sharp we mouth in the Evelyn Cup match or minor cup match because and then you come a Sunlight match, you're not easy up at all. You're not easing up at all, man. It was
And you know what? It was very interesting though, Jelly and Freddy. Never hear the dread mouth, you know.
No.
Just write everything in, you know. Everything is up to them.
Yeah, you make the job easier for him. Because no, for the changes when we don't want to shout and tell you no, we are shouting and I say, yo!
You understand that?
Yeah, exactly. You and
I'm going to give you an example of the dread. That the dread was a man of integrity and all of that. We can all attest the Marston incident, and I think he even was trying to discipline the Banks one time not to play in a semi-final. And I don't remember how that panned out, as the Banks did play. But we had a Sunlight Cup match at Calabar, and only one umpire turned up.
yeah.
They asked us here to go square leg for the match. We batted first and we make a good score. And Calabar time to bat now, and we couldn't get out Brian Blair, Piggy. Left hand bat, good guy. But you know, in retrospect, when you're looking back now, you know, Piggy kept popping up the ball. Anytime you ball to his body, he would give you a catch round the corner.
Yeah.
But we never recognized it at the time. We just know that him couldn't play it well there. And you know, we just couldn't get him out. And you know, if you look at the dread at square leg, the dread look away. Dread not giving you any indication or nothing, you know.
You must remain impartial.
The match draw today. We didn't win the match draw. So the lesson here was that we're not winning at all costs.
Yeah, man, him play hard and he play tough, but he must play within the rules of the game. Yes.
You must play within the rules. If I'm going to discipline you and don't play the best player, I'm going to do that too.
Yeah, man. The lesson we take from him, Kevin, a life lesson, man. You're right.
Build your character there. Think about this. You're captain of a final, the man drop.
Yeah, man.
Think about the shockwaves that sent throughout the camp that day.
But in my view, you know, I said this all the while on this since we started this time before, you know. I said if the Dread was in charge of West Indies team, Brian Lara wouldn't become captain.
You're probably right. Brian probably wouldn't play.
They wouldn't pick that. Lara was about Lara. Making one heap of runs if the team win, they win. But but the Dread about winning. And that's a different mindset and a different culture altogether. And this is why I know, Kevin, when we are doing so, you realize the comradeship we have amongst all of them players, whether footballer or cricketer. Because it was a team thing for we, you know. It was never about say, make Kevin make 100 or Jelly make 100 or Freddie take 10 wicket. About can Meadowbrook win.
Yeah, you do what it can to win.
Yeah, and that
the rules of the game.
And that was the aim at the whole of that period, man. It's not about say, we want to make Jamaica team or we want to play for West Indies cricket. It's how Meadowbrook are going to win. It's how we're going to make our school better and stand out or let Meadowbrook light shine, as Spanner would have said. So, yeah. That make up, and the Dread, in a sense, was all about that too. Was all about that, Kevin. Was all about that. But may I ask you this though, because I have to talk about look at things apart from cricket, because believe it or not, we did talk for over 2 already, Kevin. Probably you didn't even recognize that, but yeah. Yeah. So which other teachers or students inspire you? Which are some of the teachers or students inspire you in your days at Meadowbrook?
Teachers. I remember Miss Barber Bramley
Mrs.
taught us
Bramley,
biology.
yeah.
I always remember her because she was a good teacher and a support of the sports department.
Yes.
So sometimes she'd help with transportation, I think, and stuff. But I remember her. We had a maths teacher, Mr. Harton. Never forget Mr. Harton. Mr. Harton come and him give you 100 questions as homework. Maths, which was almost every question in the book to do, the textbook. Well, as a student, yeah, as if this man mad. But in retrospect, it's the only way you're going to learn,
And this is an Englishman, Kevin, Mr. Harton.
No, he was Jamaican.
Okay. I'm not trying to remember. I have to look for him. Yeah.
But that's the only way you learn, just like cricket. You have to practice to become better.
Yeah.
So that was the lesson he was teaching us. So some of these things is lifelong lessons and stuff. I remember Miss Russell, history. So Becky taught me chemistry, but never followed through. I don't know how it was at other schools. Maybe Freddie, you can tell me, but there was a point in time that you had to choose. So, like chemistry would clash with POB, and I wanted to do business. So I couldn't do chemistry and bio, that sort of thing.
Christopher Cheddar, that's the same problem, Kevin.
Really?
Yeah, him talk about that. It's like he may not do some science and some arts, and he must say him try to just focus on the arts. I think a chemistry may not do a little bit too like you, and it's like it kind of confuses you a certain way. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
It's supposed to be, is you have the core subjects, which would be maths, English. You have at least one science. What do you call it? A liberal arts to call it now, or something like that.
Yeah.
And a business, you have to at least have one of those along with the 4 core subjects. So even though you focus on science or business, it's not to do some other stuff. You want to go around it then, you know what I mean?
So which are the, well, you name have some teachers, if you know more teachers name, which are the students them who inspire you, whether they play with you or man play before you or after you?
But before I got to that, the teacher that probably I remember and appreciate the most was a geography teacher, Miss Jones.
Oh, Margaret Jones, you attack?
Phyllis Jones, I think was her name.
Margaret, yeah.
But the strange thing is that I never did geography after a while.
Yeah.
Miss Jones was a geography teacher that taught me A-level accounts.
Yeah.
When I reached sixth form, it was the first time we were doing A-level accounts at school.
Yeah.
And in the first semester, early on, the accounts teacher that we got died. So we never had an accounts teacher. And we got a teacher from Immaculate, but she only came after school because she had to teach at Immaculate. So 2:30 she'd come and teach us and stuff. And it was Miss Jones who was doing her ACC at the time. Who held our hands. There were 5 of us in the class. And taught us accounts.
Miss Jones had a connection with school. Our brother came there from JC too, you know. Jerry Jones. He's now in charge of Sandals Hotels.
Yeah, I'm sister, don't get talk about, man. Margaret Jones, all her sister. I think I know you talk, man. Yeah, I'm just got JC. Yeah.
It was Celia, Margaret, and Jerry.
Yeah.
Same man couple of years.
Yeah, the company man up for a couple of years from Meadowbrook. I know you talk, yeah.
But when you think about all these things, Jelly, that, all the hurdles you have to clear, at school, life, you just realize that, you never give up, Jelly.
No, you can't. You can't, Kevin. You can't.
These things build your character and, you have to find the positives and ride that horse, You have to always think that the glass is half full, never half empty.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, look and say how much more you can fill up the glass and yeah, I think. Yeah.
But I remember that's probably the teacher that really I remember the most that has really made a difference.
So what are some of the students them now? Whether older students or your fellow students or your age group, what inspire you and you remember?
Well, you have to start with the people who won the Rhodes Scholars, but didn't know much of them at school. But um, I played a lot of sports at school, so it was more sports for me than anything. I remember the footballers, Pekka. I remember the cricketers, Piggy. Byron and all these guys. These are the guys we looked up to. These are our role models with the dread and everybody else.
Yeah. I hear you, Kevin. I hear you. Alright. Move on to more question, Kevin. And this I one I think remember most about going to Meadowbrook, like even though we now will leap, some of the greatest memory I have, is in training or pana I go a match coming from a cricket match or tell me some of the memories them from the class, not from the classroom necessarily, from I go a match or I come from a match where not really have nothing to do with the cricket, where you remember necessarily.
Well, there were several, a lot of bonding experience. I remember we go play Tarnan College, and when we get down there, rain whole week. Place was wet,
Wet pitch, I remember that. I was there. I think I made the car, yeah.
and I remember them have a cane piece down there. And we have 15 boys, with one knife, and you learn to peel cane with your teeth. The jaw hurt you after that.
Yeah.
But those are good experiences. Good, you bond. I remember going States. It was unheard of that States would have invited Meadowbrook to come play cricket. But after our first final, we get invited. We go down there. Well, you remember what happened after that? We spend the night at a gas station.
Yeah, man, the bus broke down.
Yeah, man. Remember these things. When you see Jelly, these are bonding experiences that we all
I forget.
learn from, and you meet. I remember going to match and Facey decide to cook.
Yeah.
I pick up Facey. Facey have 2 big pot of dumpling and curry chicken and all sort of something. It's just fun. It was just, and we're going to enjoy ourselves and stuff. But it was fun. I must admit it.
Yeah, man. Those are some fun time, Kevin. I agree with you.
You brought up something about football being a glamour sport, and everybody want to play football, and everybody come and support football. Not many people came and supported the cricket from the school. It was just the core, the
And
union,
union,
and
yeah.
and other guys and stuff. But at the beginning of the term, all the money went to football.
Yeah. And
Footballers had all the gears. Yeah, you're going to tell me cricket is more expensive, which I agree. But I remember the dread of a fundraising program where we as the cricketers would sell ice cream and stuff, and that was a profit to buy gears or shoes or a new bat or something.
our balling, training ball. Yes. Yeah. We have
I remember those things.
one fundraising program because all resources are spent on the football team. You're right, Kevin. That I remember.
So I remember a lot of those things. I remember one that training where I had a little problem that anytime the ball reached my head, I kind of check out sometimes. I'm mentally prepared. And I remember the day the dread give work. All the fast bowlers compress ball, boom bowl at me. But I sit down and like, wait, this one is really up to me. But I decided that listen, if me or them today, I taking on everybody and everybody today. And Jelly, Ichibola ball, the first ball, and I don't know what happened, but I hook at it off of my nose, and the ball fly over somebody else and lost. And everybody bowl, I lick the ball over the fence.
Yeah.
The Banks bowl and lick it too. After a while, he had must be one or two people bowling. The Dread vex and stop training and tell us to go look for the ball, you know.
Yeah.
He never did that again to me. He never did that to me. But for some strange reason, the Dread do these things, you know. I remember when we laid the new wicket and stuff, it always master and make bat.
Yeah.
For some strange reason, I just don't know why. But, you know, the Dread, and you know, there's method to his madness, you know. I'm not saying no, because, you know, if you have a weakness, you work on your weakness.
Yeah, man. Him know him out, man. Him know him out, Kevin. Him see what we never see at all. Believe it or not, that's somewhere. Him see what we never see at all.
So, there are a lot of experiences, you know. I remember two of us teammates fighting. The Dread and everybody part, and you know, we're all good friends to this day. Yes, I can tell you more about it.
Alright, I bring up that now memories. Before we go to the next question. And the time anybody the road, I may ask, you know. The slowest 100-meter race between me and P Brown. Were you at the race?
Yeah, man, I was there. I witnessed it, man. Shall I give you the gold medal now, Jelly?
Yes, I will take it. Because Freddie thinks that me can't beat nobody at all. Freddie.
Oh, man, I was there, Freddie. Witness that.
Reese, Kevin, you remember how the race come up? How wide come up?
No, I don't remember that part.
Yeah, because me's a competitor, you know. I mean, upon people and I say, me know me can beat him. Challenge him, Freddie. And the Dread was officiating and I watched it too, man, because the Dread remember it to Kevin. So, the Dread confirmed your result too. And I just say now, the slowest 100-meter race ever run a Meadowbrook, man. And I know say me win that, so don't worry. I'll take that gold medal. And that, you know, Kevin, in my mind, that sum up that period to me, you know, it's like, it was so much fun, you know. If I may say to you, because them time the people like in a first or a second farm, no Freddie, I mean a sixth farm, you know. I say, yeah, man. We can't beat him, man. And when I made the win yes or no, that was in the case, you know. It's a bit of vibes where you know, say, if I may say to you. Yeah, go ahead, Freddie.
I'm going to say that probably beat him now because them get so big.
The face in the organize a rerun when we got on in 2016 in Melbourne, and I remember when I left the cricket pitch at 22 yards. And he never show up. He never show up for the because I trained for 2 days for ready for him, you know. We do some stretching and all with the Freddie, ready for him, and he never show up at all. So, anytime I'm ready here, Kevin, I put this out to him. Anytime when I'm ready for a rerun, I guess I know. We can stream it online and charge our money for see that race between me and P Brown and donate the money to the school. No worry. That we might have to run with crutches or whatever, but it doesn't really matter. I have take him on again, Freddie. If we not rent it up, Kevin, and stream it and donate all the proceeds go to Meadowbrook High School. We can't do that, just for fun. Just for the fun night. Yeah man, that time
there were a lot of bonding experiences over the years.
Yeah man.
We all stayed together from first farm up, you know.
Yeah.
I remember, well, I tell you, sometimes the Dread do something surprise us, you know. I remember playing against the Union one Saturday, and John didn't turn up. John had some business or whatever, but this was before cell phone and things, so John came during the course of the day just to explain to Dread what had happened. And Dread said, fine, man, we're about to pad up. John in him manning cup gears, you know. And when you think about it, I remember Cracking. Boy, Cracking was a quick fella, you know.
Cracking was the fastest man we ever see, man. I never see Itchy in prime or play Itchy, but yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think, well, in my opinion, I would rate Itchy a little because Itchy had height and did, I don't know. Maybe because I played with Itchy more. I didn't play a lot.
Yeah.
But Cracking come and bowl some fast ball and, you know, flick and is in the heels the ball and twice, you know.
That's a flick.
Oh man, when you see those things, you know, it's terrifying, you know, because the man really bowling that head of steam, you know. But, you know, it's a lot of bonding experiences we went through and stuff.
Yeah,
It was, I wouldn't change it for the world.
No, Kevin, I wouldn't change that at all. I would never change the experience or go through that at all.
Because even when I started and talk about football, I never knew why. I don't even know if that's the reason is Luke, you know, because I don't remember playing with Luke. But the Dreads, they're just full of discipline and integrity and not taking no for an answer, you know.
Yeah. I'm not put up with certain things at all, man.
Right. Now put up with slackness and that's the end of that.
I'm gonna shut it down. Alright, let me ask you the last couple of questions, Kevin. Alright, let me ask you this question before we move on to some more. What the most embarrassing moment you remember at Meadowbrook where you can look back with a smile and a serrated? And not about cricket or sports, you know, anything.
I don't really have the embarrassing moments, you know. At school, never really get no trouble or anything, you know.
Yeah, you never see like Ted Greg at all, who decides say, yeah.
No, never. In fact, even the episode where Tegre talk about that the Sunlight team beat him, I wasn't part. I don't know where I was. Maybe I was in class or something.
Yeah.
But Tegre was always part of us, and Tegre was a little troublemaker too.
Yeah, man, but it was part of the clique, too, man. You're right about that. We never left him out at all.
But I never really gave any trouble. Never got called to the principal office or nothing. Probably I have regrets that I probably never even take school more serious or something. The further I went in school, the better, you know, you take it more serious. You know, after C and get your CXC, the A levels, then you go university and stuff like that. But that was probably it, you know. You think about, have no regrets. Education was very important. I remember Mr. Gooden, the teacher. Funny enough, you remember certain things people say now. Mr. Gooden come and tell us. They come to school. You must learn something at school every day. Never leave school until you learn something. So.
Alright, talking about that then. What the best learning experience to take from Meadowbrook?
Meadowbrook was a magical period, you know. The fellowship we shared, you know. All the guys that I met at first farm, second farm, played cricket and football. To this day, we're still friends, you know. There's a WhatsApp group, you know. We used to, pre-COVID, them used to go down bottom field and play cricket or football every Saturday morning. And the Calabar boys are there too.
Yeah. That's the thing I like with that. Yeah,
it's a good relationship, you know. One would think that maybe some of them might be bitter or something, but no. We're all friends.
That was a good thing that happened. Even though we play Calabar and won so much time, because even at the time, you talk about Pepe come play for the Evelyn Cup team, and a couple of the Calabar youth, the youth of the captain of the 82 team, Michael Smith, come and play for we. And that was inclusiveness in terms of the dread season. It's like, if him say youth and him talented and he want to play cricket, they expose him and give him. And we never, as member of the team in Meadowbrook, never looked down or even shun nobody because I come from a different school. We embrace it for all of them, Kevin. That is why the relationship still stand after all these years. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Because even at the time, you know, when you know somebody just beat them like last year or the year before, and them come play for we and I play with we now, there was no ill feeling at all from we or from them. It was. You're right about that, Kevin. But especially is that different sort of relationship, and it builds a certain connection where you can't explain sometimes to it. You can't.
But, yeah, I remember Spanner at school.
Repeat that, Kevin. You cannot break up.
I said I remember Miss McLennan Spanner at school.
Yeah.
I remember Spanner, and you know, in fairness, I don't think Spanner knew anything about cricket in a jelly. Because I remember after one of the Sunlight Cup, I don't remember which one, and you know, the presenters at assembly and stuff, and Spanner said, this is the winning cricket team, All she knows about cricket is one slip and you're in the gully.
Freddie, it's not anything about cricket. You know I'm better than Kevin.
I'm good enough.
Eh?
One slip. No, Mr. That. Mr. When Miss McLean say it's good enough.
Yeah, well, yeah. And she not wrong. Because it's more than cricket chatter what they say to Kevin. You think about it, It's like listen to again and say, yeah man, if you slip one time, you're getting up in the gully. So so you shout the cricket knowledge for get a bigger lesson, man. Believe it or not. It's
a Spanner that.
Yeah man, yeah, it's a bigger lesson.
But that was fun, man. Play up and play the game.
Yeah, I remember that too, Kevin. That I remember too. Play up.
Play the game fair. That's how Spanner want it done. Don't carry
exactly.
into disrepute or anything.
No, exactly. Alright, I'm gonna move on. A couple more questions, Kevin, because we're over 2 hours, almost 1.5 hours. Look. The life lesson we learn at Meadowbrook, we pass on to your friends and your family. What life lesson you learn from Meadowbrook, we pass on to friends and family?
You plan, prepare, and execute, You have to believe in yourself, have faith, never give up despite the circumstances. In life, we have to put all these things together if you want to be successful, really. Whether you're preparing for exams or preparing for job interview, there have been many cricket games. I think we spoke about it, that our supporters would have doubted us that we could have won or would have lost. And we always pull through. We as a team believed in one another and supported each other. And in life, when you translate this in life, this may be a family or friends now. When you reflect on this, it's a lesson well learned, Jelly. You have to plan everything, you have to prepare and execute. If you go back down to the foundation of the Dread now, the Dread was planning this, how I'm going to win, how I'm going to get a team. He prepare us by training and everything. And we execute on the day by the match.
Yeah. You're right. And at the end of the day, you can't do not much more than that at all. You're not certain if you're going to win. But if you plan, prepare and execute, you have a good chance to say you're going to win more than you're going to lose.
When you look back at your formative years at school, this is what built your character, the foundation of it, throughout your life. Whether it's higher learning, work world, or in life in general, there's always a solution. Don't give up. There's always a solution. You work hard and you achieve. And if you're prepared, you execute. This is the lesson I try and teach my daughter right now. She's preparing for a CXC, what they call it CTEC now. And you have to plan, you have to study, prepare. And on the day of the exam, you execute. You just follow those steps. And these are life lessons you learn from school. When you're at school, you never know about it,
No.
When you think about it now in retrospect, these are the things that you're being taught. Teachers, not just in sports, but all your teachers.
Yeah, they might teach you. You learn it. I just say, they realize that they might teach you certainly, Kevin. You're right.
You never realize. I go back to Mr. Gooden. Never leave school without learning something for that day. Yeah. All because education very important. Freddie's a teacher and thing. Whether it's learning the bookwork or a trade, this is how you be successful in life eventually. Whether it's a trade you learn, whether it's you turn doctor, attorney, or whatever.
Yeah, man. You have to have a formula where you use and say, and you use it, and it work. You use it over and over. Because that's why we were so successful another time. There, you use the formula. What's being used without even realizing it, Kevin. You look back and I say, right, the Dread had a winning formula.
So what made other schools different then? Because other schools had a formula too,
Well, Freddie can't talk to you about him. I think about that. Because JC never win Manning Cup until him go up the back with the Dread formula 30 years after him won the last time in 1974.
So what was it, Freddie? The killer instinct? What was it? The belief that they could do it?
Because as I say, you have to have a system how you go about things. And that's what the Dread brought, a system based on different things. The attitude and the approach to whatever you do. Because one thing with me, that I learned from Dread, When I pick my team, any team, whether cricket or football, I put it in 3 categories: attitude, ambition, and ability. And the Dread incorporated all of those into his thing, and it worked. Because if you don't have the ambition to achieve, or you get where you want to go, the ability you can have it, but if you don't have the right kind of attitude, it won't come out. So even though you might be a good batsman or a good footballer or whatever, it won't happen if you are not ambitious and have right attitude. And that's what it's straight for. Then now we put a physical system into place that you have to follow. You tweak it every now and then, which is almost the same thing. It's like Kevin, you talk about the Dread bringing the tapping cup. You didn't know why I'm bringing the tapping cup games in first. Because he has an all-rounder. I always want all-rounders in the tapping cup teams. You never know that?
Yeah, that's true.
Can you remember Magic Head? I don't remember Magic Head. Does he play football?
No.
Howard
Magic
Carr.
Head right now.
Howard Carr.
No.
Howard Carr play cricket for Meadowbrook, but it's only tapping cup.
Really?
He was a swing bowler, a left arm swing bowler, and he only play tapping cup. The Dread don't play him, not play nothing else. And he was a good swing bowler, can bat, very good batsman too. But the thing is, he wasn't available so many times. So the Dread said, all right, must use him and play tapping cup. So everything that the Dread do was well structured. For example, me now. At one point, I was the best wicketkeeper in the school. But nobody would know that because I never keep wicket for Meadowbrook. I never kept wicket for Meadowbrook. And yes, the Dread, no, because sometimes I go to him and say, yeah, why you don't want me to keep the wicket? He said, no, you're going to stay in the field and bowl your ass spin occasionally. And yet still, when I play the Minor Cup and the Evelyn Cup, he let me keep.
You make it keep, yeah.
Yeah, but him just have a system and him stick to it, him tweak it every now and then, but there's a reason behind it.
You know you're so right, Freddie. I remember 84 final, Sunlight Cup final, the second match, Freddie. And it was a green wicket, Sabana part, like the test wicket. And at the time we had TC. Remember TC?
Yeah, man. Me and Freddie talked about him today. Yeah, man. Michael Hall. Me and Freddie was talking about him earlier today, Kevin. Yeah.
TC could bowl fast. But at times him could bowl a little wayward. But he was fast.
Yeah.
And we all thought, boy, Sabana part green. Fear of God in a people who are get TC the ball and him run through the side. Dread don't play. Dread stick to the true and tested team. It Banks, Dirk, and McDonald. Spinners. And a green Sabina Park. We won with the spinners eventually. Ball never turned much or anything, but we win because of the spinners. And it's the spinners carried us there. So it's the same thing. You have a formula that we're not moving from it.
But our system tweak it a little bit, but never no wholesale change. Even from one year to the next, it's almost the same thing. The system, the training methods, the same. One year might come and say we need to work on the ball a little bit more. But the fielding was always a part of it. Because he's saying now if you can take one good catch, it can be 100 runs.
Yeah, man.
That's about 100. And if you can stop at least so many boundaries, you can save 50 runs in the field.
Enough man make the cricket team, Kevin, because them can't field, man.
No, I agree with that. I see that on the field.
Remember the catch that Jano take at point down at Savannah Park. I think it was against the Calabar. Jano Johnson.
Yeah. He might the only other one who play where we not let him trophy.
I don't remember that catch. I remember a catch Jano taking Spalding Cup final where Lawson pull and Jano dive in front and take the catch.
One take on a cut shot, right? Short point. Not about backward point or just the usual point. And the man cut to low. Then I dive right, and I tell the man and take the catch. And that catch was what started the whole downfall.
You remember Gary Sims, Kevin?
Yeah, man, opening bat.
Yeah. Him now when a whole heap of runs, but trust me, the Dread now leave him out. I make a 20 or a 30, but him feeding at the goal, him would take some rotted catch and will save a whole heap of runs. The Dread formula, in a sense, you look back on it looks simple enough, but it wasn't because, and you talk about it a whole heap of time earlier, where you say, the pressure when you put him under, because I keep it tight. And we can't keep it tight. Because at that level, Kevin, schoolboy level, psychologically, you can't beat the team, if them not make around it. And we want to whip a match away because we keep it tight. A man get nervous and start going wicked. And the Dread didn't know that. As a matter of fact, at any level at all. And that go toward life anyway. If you can't manage the psychological pressure, sometimes people crack.
Yeah, true.
And the Dread seem to have known that when it comes to sports. And sports is a reflection. That's why enough away after all these years, Kevin, we reach certain place because we play sports. And we go through the toughness, the psychological test, we play a whole heap of match and you sweat. And you survive. So when the life thing come at you, it's like you said, but where you feel this before, you remember it. You remember it, man, and you learn the lesson. You learn the lesson, man. You learn the lesson. But let me ask you one last question before me ask Freddie and you, and then I go to my last question. Second to last question. What a message to existing students, or future student or staff member, you don't want to go, well, here you talk now, go Meadowbrook, what message you either like the current student, a future student, or even a current staff member or future staff member, we're going to hear this maybe today, next year, 10 years time.
You have to have the belief, You have to have the belief.
Yeah.
Whether it's your schoolwork, whether it's sports, whatever, you have to have the belief. You have to keep the faith that you can get the job done. That's the first step, and that's half the battle.
Yeah.
Battle one after that. Once you can believe you can get it done, it's been in the mind already.
Yeah.
It is a difficult thing to do now. That changing your mindset and everything.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the reasons why I think we have had a discussion already that we probably need to have some, like a sports museum at the school to show that these are the things that the school has done.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wrote that you can become one too.
We need to
we have one sporting event.
Yeah, we need to
You can compete for one also.
Yeah.
We have two of the best lawyers in Jamaica now. You can become three.
Yeah.
You can become one.
Yeah. We need to have a wall of fame, Kevin, that's what I mean. And identify people and then I know say Meadowbrook have contributed big time to the Jamaican society. While they were at school, lots of them, and after school. So we need to have a wall of fame. I agree with that. I endorse that. I endorse that. Fully. So Freddie, let me ask Freddie first. Any questions that you think we could have asked Kevin when we never asked him? We'd like to ask him. Before we
Not really. Just that, if there's anything he would do differently if he had to do it all over again at Meadowbrook.
Well, I wouldn't change anything enough, Freddie. I've had lifelong friends. I've had good memories. I've played the sport I love and be successful. I wouldn't change anything.
I think the question that Freddie will ask, I ask you politically correct. I'm going to ask you incorrect. Do you have any regrets not going to KC?
Also, I have no regrets at all. I believe God put me here for a reason, I bloom where I was planted. My wife would tell me that.
Yeah, and you were very successful.
When you think about it, who knows? Maybe I would have not had those opportunities at KC. Remember, KC is like 3,000 boys there.
Yeah. You'd have get
500 boys at Meadowbrook.
You'd have get intimidated and probably wouldn't even go out for the team. For Blossom. Meadowbrook alone for Blossom, man. Yeah.
When you think about the first semester when football, and you have interform.
Yeah.
You're not going to have more than 15 boys in your, so chances are...
You must get a game. You must.
You're going to play.
Yes.
When when you go now, you have 40 boy and 40 of them want to play football. You might get lost along the way.
You might not get a game at all, Kevin. None of the sports then. None of them at all. You're right.
So there's probably a reason why I came here and blossomed at Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
So I had the opportunity and I accepted it and moved on.
Yeah, some say to Kevin, and most of the time, all you need in life is just an opportunity.
Yes, a lot of people just want to start.
Yeah, man. You just want an opportunity, man. You just wanted an opportunity, and me agree with that. Me agree with that fully.
I don't remember, back to the KC thing. I don't remember KC beating me.
In any competitive match at all, where you play.
Probably would beat me in like under 13 cricket or something like that, but nothing any meaningful match. I don't remember that.
I hear you. I hear you, Kevin. Make sure your father listen to this podcast, let him know. I will not hold it against him because we love how them love them school. Let me put it that way there. We love how the passion in them have for them school. And now hope some Meadowbrook reach the passion in them have for them school one day. And that's what we are trying to inculcate now with our little group or even not talk about this way. Meadowbrook have the passion. What a school and our street have. We are love it.
I'm going back to the statement though, Freddie. By not going KC and having opportunities. Because of that, I was the first awardee of Grace Kennedy's Carlton Alexander Trophy Award.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Jimmy was the second.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Salesman was the third from Campion.
Yeah. Let me start with after. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. No, Kevin, you have to big up them thing there because they say no opportunity to make you reach a certain place and Meadowbrook because of the nature of the school provided the opportunity, which me personally know that so me wouldn't make enough cricket team if me go on next school or maybe any. I can't speak for myself. It's me I said to you because but me got the opportunity at Meadowbrook to compete. I may never make sunlight until me repeat for farm. Enough man I know that, Kevin, on a regular basis. But me always want to compete. Me love the game, me just always want to compete. So yeah. So before me ask the last question, Kevin, any question what you think or anything you want to say when me could have asked you and you say, boy, Jelly never have asked you that, You can ask yourself a question or say what you want to say. The floor is yours now.
Well, I think you've said it all, you know. Life lessons we have learned, what you're teaching your children and everybody now. I think that was it,
Mm-hmm.
It's covered almost all of it, but the Dread was very inspiring. He played an integral part in all our lives.
Yeah, definitely.
From both football and cricket for me.
Definitely, Kevin. Definitely.
Even though I stopped playing football at an early age, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I remember during football, Freddie did invite me to he had a club or a team or something at you used to train at Calabar, Freddie.
Yeah, man, you're in the juvenile football club.
But at that time, I don't know, probably they give up football and that was the time when the Dread did discipline all of us and we never play any and I just moved on to cricket.
Mm-hmm.
We just moved on to cricket.
Yeah.
But these are life lessons that will stay with us for the rest of our lives and we have made friends both at school and Calabar and other schools that have remained our friends throughout life so far. So
yeah, lifelong friends, Kevin. Lifelong friends.
And Calabar has been with us for as long as I remember because even when schoolboy cricket finished and we played the Kingston Wars, based on our geographical location, we are paired with Calabar too.
Yeah.
So we have always been quote unquote friends.
And rivals at the same time.
Or not.
Yeah. Yeah. Friends and rivals at the same time, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright, let me ask you the last question then. But my first question and my last question I ask everybody. What made Meadowbrook magical?
And friendships, I guess, camaraderie among all of us, It was just a magical period. I must admit, these are good memories that will stay with us. I had a scrapbook, can't find it, don't know where it is. But these are good memories, We need to document it more. As I said, put some Hall of Fame or sports or some museum, not just sports, but everything else. But it's a period that and I'm very happy that you're doing the podcast to document some of these things. So, but it's good memories, Jelly. Must admit.
Yeah, man.
But even after leaving Meadowbrook, Meadowbrook is still part of you. I remember after leaving Meadowbrook, I still had a year of eligibility to play. But I went on to university and stuff. And I remember coming back to watch a sunlight come out. And Dorothy Hobson was the umpire. I don't know if you know Dorothy Hobson.
Yeah, man. Still at camp. Melbourne camp,
She's what?
She was the sports teacher at she was in charge of sports at camp here.
Right. She was the only umpire that turned up at the match. And they asked me to go square leg the day. Never forget it. And the first time the guy out time crease after P. Brown. Why too close I can't give that. I don't want nobody question me. There's a dread in me that, Don't want anybody question me.
Yeah.
The next time the guy go down the wicket and swipe, he could give himself out.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm one of the few who actually play sunlight and umpire too.
And the same time here. And with just I follow the dread, impeccable integrity, and I say, yeah, umpire, they have root for your school.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lesson.
Dread was good though.
Yeah, man. You're right, Kevin. Meadowbrook magical.
You need to get him on the program somehow, somewhere.
Yeah, that would be. I'd love that. If that ever happened, I'd love that. I'd love that him come on and I have a special idea if I ever get him for come on for get him on. It wouldn't be just me and Freddie want to talk to him. I have an idea in my mind and I say, I get a member, all of them team that when was integral apart for come on and just. Because we a man of things I want to say to him. Not just me, you or Freddie Kevin. A weep a man want look on this man and shake him man and I say, yeah, you changed my life. You lay a foundation to certain things. So that's how me feel, I know how you feel, I know how Marston feel, I know how Freddie feel. I know how Witter feel from a football team. You follow me I say to you? So that would be in my mind if that happened, that would be me have to clear all schedule. If me get a call or an email from him tomorrow and I say, Jelly, I'm ready for come on. Anybody with schedule, I say, you don't have to wait a little and come have a cruise. You follow me I say? I have to say, I'm going to lose some. That's all. Anytime I'm ready and call Kevin, I'm ready. That's all I can say. If and when
you're going to have to twist him, man, because if you know the dread like I know the dread has all him shy from the
No, I know, but right, no one know that. If I want to go in a jar to the sun and a ride from me, so I know exactly. You follow me, so Freddie. So I know, it's not like so I don't know that, So, I hope say, if you listen to a couple of them podcasts and realize, sure, I just Jelly and Hitchcock, and Jelly have the slow fast spin bowling ever bowl, and Hitchcock, some little drifters, he can't afraid of them little drifting thing there, so he can't come on. Anyway, gentlemen, this was a blast, This was a good podcast. Tree farmer skipper from Meadowbrook attack. We did this already before when Marston was here, and we have to honor that because it's a big thing. I'm glad to say we can do this and document the memories them, and I appreciate you come on, Kevin, and share your memory them, and we'll go through that. And so
yeah, we run through all the captains now, so I forget some what now. Captains, all the captains that have been here.
Yeah, man, all the captains there. We need we'll put it out there, Freddie. We'll put it out straight, and I want some females to step forward. Females stand out from Meadowbrook need to step forward, Open invitation to them. Them can reach out to me or Freddie. and make me know. 'Cause up to now, up to this point, and it's not for like I trying Kevin that I just Hazel alone a step forward to say I'm respect her for that because she come early. I mean I hope there's that inspire some more ladies to step forward. And it will. But as you realize in this world, I don't know, but man look like they will take more risks with serving than woman quicker. So maybe that's the reason.
I'd be surprised if the women would want to come out and express themselves.
Yeah, and it's not like say it's an interrogation me run yourself, Kevin. It's not like say me have a thing where me are digging at them life and a fasting and them business. That's not my intention here. It's about memories and good memories. Me none of memory we have a tarnish the body, the school or none of that. It's about good clean memories me I talk about, Kevin. And memories
Yeah,
me
man, because during my time, I remember we did well in netball. I think we won softball too.
yeah, two girls were called for the Jamaica national team in a netball. Yeah.
Netball. Whoa.
Yeah, man.
Once the first year play softball win it, you know.
Yeah, man, them ladies they come on, you know, she sent me, right? Me take her, Debbie Meeks, she coming up. She and the coaches them are come up, so that will be a good one. I'm looking forward to that, Kevin. Debbie Meeks and a couple of the coaches and staff members were integral in that softball win Friday. She sent me the link to the rest of them. So I'm looking forward to that.
That was my first year teaching at Meadowbrook.
I'm looking forward to that. But Kevin, Luke with her sister was a member at the Meadowbrook netball team where I got called for Jamaica national team in 1980. But for the volatility of the 1980 election and Sharon Robinson, they got called for the Jamaica netball team. Them couldn't fulfill that obligation because the politics was so hot in the 1980.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, so I'd love get for them story too. So I'm waiting. Whenever I'm ready, open invitation and I call out them name directly if they hear this. I hope them no feel so I call them out or pressure them. But yeah, we want to hear the members them. The members them good.
Yeah.
So
Yes, I must admit we enjoy this call tonight.
yeah, man. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, Kevin. We almost got to 3 hours. Not quite as long as last week, but we're almost there. So anyway, gentlemen, appreciate this. Kevin, Reese, big time captain, and Alfred Hitchcock, my captain before me take over. Good night, gentlemen. Me enjoy this one.
Yeah, man, anytime during the night talking to you, Kevin.
Yeah. All right, we talk. Cool. Thanks for listening to Meadowbrook Memories, and remember to give us all the support and encouragement you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. And special thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince, who takes care of everything involved in getting the podcast out every week. And without him, this podcast would not be possible. It is his expertise that allows me to do what I love doing every week, having great conversations about Meadowbrook Memories, and he's responsible for everything else. So again, thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince.